Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to a new installment of the Impromptu Podcast. The name's Saito, and I am returned with TheShootingFlare, Bram combo, and new guest, Lewis. How you doing, everyone?
Hey, what's up, girl?
Yeah, same. So how have you all been, everyone?
Good.
Good to hear.
PSO2, longing for a purpose in this game.
Yeah, that's
And I
actually how
have
life.
no idea why I'm here.
Neither do I. I ask that question every single day. Why am I
Why
here?
am I still
Just to
here?
suffer?
Just to suffer.
Yeah, that's my daily routine.
Is that your motto?
Yeah, it's my motto and my motto, or whatever the terms are. So, for those who have been listening here from before in the past, you know how it goes. We go around and talk about what we've all been playing lately, and then we go into our main topics. But news flash, we have a new segment at the end of this podcast. For those who have been keeping up with my Twitter and so on, I've introduced a Curious Cat page for asking questions. So we have introduced a Q&A section at the end of the podcast. Surprisingly enough, we've got 5 questions lined up. So when we've all winded down, want to answer some stuff from you, the viewers, we'll get down to that. But first things first, since you are the newcomer today, Lewis, you go first. What have you been playing lately?
Dragon Blaze Blue Central Fiction.
Yeah, tell us about those games.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
It's alright.
Yeah, I kind of like
I
it.
consider Dragon Ball FighterZ a good game, but it's...
I consider it a pretty solid game. It needs a little bit of patching up before it can be considered not broken. But broken as it may be, I think that kind of adds to the charm that it has. It's Dragon Ball, it's 3v3, it's supposed to be crazy and not make sense at all, and I kind of like that about it. So the crazy aspect to it with all the broken stuff, like meme dash, all that. Yeah, don't go on.
Down heavy, down heavy, down heavy, down heavy!
No. Adult Gohan, just press the medium button wherever you are. Crouching, standing, in the air, pressing other buttons. Just press the medium buttons. And if you think he lacks any more medium buttons, his down low is a medium. His low light attack is also a medium.
Yeah.
I didn't know he came from CAPCOM vs.
Yeah.
He just
A
goes.
lot of you don't get that joke, do you?
I didn't even
I don't
hear
get
half of it because it cut off.
Okay, so in CVX1, if you press down forward and down forward light kick, you get a medium kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said his
Gohan
low light's
skips
a
the down
medium.
forward. Gohan just does down light is a medium punch with no hurt box.
Yeah, privilege.
He needs it, dude.
Yeah, man, he's
See how Toriyama's been treating him. He needs it.
I mean, he's been a very good drinking his milk, eating his broccoli, studying, and all that studying as a scholar allowed him to learn how to cheat the game and have the best hitboxes. And
He says his prayers every night. He listens to Hulk Hogan every night, dude. He deserves it. He needs it.
Yo, he treats his wife very well. Even when someone tried to plan out, they tried to like make her cheat on him and tried to make him cheat on her, and it didn't work at all. He's a very
Oh, you're
good.
talking about that stupid super filler episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude.
I'm glad I didn't watch that.
What should I do with this naked man?
What?
Make
That was
love.
a literal line when Jacko's holding up the guy. He's like, "What should I do with this naked man?"
Oh,
Make love to him.
that's good.
Yeah, I think Gohan
was an
respects
actual
women. That's why he's top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Cell also respects women.
See the way he ate up 18, he respects women.
Yeah, he doesn't ask them to suck him off, he sucks them off.
Fuck.
The Soviet Russian way. In Soviet Russia, dick sucks you.
Just have the picture of Cell pointing to his head. Can't have them suck you off. You suck them off.
Yeah,
Same.
indeed. Who else respects women? Android 16. Android 16 respects women.
Yeah.
Male, female, alien, doesn't matter. You'll get dunked.
Yeah, and even though he dunks everyone, his heart is saved up all solely for Goku. So, like,
How many
he wouldn't
Gokus are in
hurt
the
it.
game now? 8, I think.
Well, let me look at right. Let's see.
Technically 5, if we count Vegito.
Okay, let me tell you how many Gokus we have, and I'll name them. Okay. So, come on, load.
Okay, 6. There we go.
No. We gotta list them off one by one. Okay. So, I'm just waiting for the character roster to load. My internet is really slow. Third world country? Yeah, okay, here we are. So we have regular Super Saiyan Goku, we have Widow Speak Goku, we have Future Goku, we have
not
Angry
this
Kid
shit.
Goku, we have Purple Dildo Goku, Pink Fat Goku, 10% Goku,
Wait a second, that's
Bald
one too
Monk
many Gokus.
Black Goku, oh no, that's green Goku, orange hair Giant Goku, blonde woman Goku, blue Goku, blue
Blonde
Goku,
woman Goku.
Oh my goodness.
With Blue Widow's Feet Goku, Scar Goku with long hair, Woke Goku, we have Mustache Goku, we have Goku in Ginyu's body, we have Sonic the Hedgehog Goku.
Okay,
we
that's a
have-
little. Wait, what's going on? Wait, is this the same game? Are we playing the same game? What's going
This
on?
is,
Yeah,
is this,
we
where's,
have,
where's the part when this
Gohan.
joke is funny?
And then we have Goku's chewing gum, and then we have Cat Goku, Purple Penis Goku, Goku Black, Android 21, Dad Goku, Roid Goku, and Fusion Evil Goku, and we have also Blue Goku and Blue Widow's Peak Goku fused, and we're gonna have normal Goku, normal Widow's Peak Goku. There's gonna be another
many
even
Gokus.
bigger purple dildo Goku, and finally blonde female Goku's brother who isn't blonde Goku.
Alright, that's 30. You could have just said 30. You fucking
He could have just said 30.
No,
bitch.
I am a man who makes his commitments, and I never back down.
That's-
Mistakes have been made.
Yeah, tell that to my parents.
You could have just said Goku, Goku Black, Blue Goku, Bardock, and Cell.
No, everyone's Goku.
No, Goku's dad. Goku's dad.
It's Goku Black, Goku
Yo,
Dad.
question. Is Goku's dad 50% Goku or 200% Goku?
50% Goku, but Goku is also 50% Dad, so that 75% Goku.
Okay, so Flare, what have you been playing lately?
I've been playing Goku later.
I've been starting to play PSO2 again because I'm all done with Final Fantasy 15 for the time being. I love 15 to death, but
Mhm.
I still don't have the Royal Edition DLC, so I can't really do that yet.
Yeah.
As far as PS2 goes, I'm just doing what I quit doing after I stopped playing.
Mhm.
So just immediately leveling up my character and stuff, getting more clothes, because I figured out how to do that now.
Woo!
I
Ready for
can never have too
translation
many clothes
guides.
in this game.
So it's just in PSO2 lately. That's it.
I've been playing a lot of Windjammers with my friends at college.
Woo!
Windjammers is so much fun.
It's a very
Almost
fun.
got my hair cut in the
It's a
back.
very fun game, but it's something that I personally feel doesn't belong in FGC events, taking up spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will agree with that one. I mean, it's kind of a more casual, just screw around kind of game. Besides that, been playing a little bit Garo here and there.
Oh, that's a good ass game. I love that game. I'm actually entered for that for Toriuken.
I'm actually learning how to play Garo too.
Woo!
I'm currently learning Marco Rodriguez or Kushi, but whichever you prefer.
Marco's better.
What?
Yeah, Marco is a better name.
What? No, but dude, you
I
get to
don't
lose.
know.
Oh, but that's like twice the fucking insult.
What I find so weird though is that you'd think like the Japanese version would have the name Butt, and then they fix it and call him
yeah.
Marco in English. No, it's the other way around. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's the other way around. It doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
that's pretty messed up. I'm not gonna lie. That makes like no sense.
What else? I'm waiting for Mario Tennis Aces.
Ooh, that's a game I'm actually looking forward to. But I'm personally not gonna buy the game, but I'm definitely gonna like rent the crap out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it after the disappointment that was Mario Tennis Ultra Smash.
We don't talk about that game.
Yeah, we don't talk about the game here.
I downloaded it when the Wii U got like fully hacked and crazy. Like I downloaded it for free, and I was like, this was a waste of my time and 8 gigs of my freaking SD cards.
And I pre-ordered that game too. There's 2 mistakes I made on my Wii U. That and Star Fox Zero.
Oh, I'm gonna kill. Every time I think about that game, I feel pain.
Okay.
Real hot take.
The premise, it's a reboot of a reboot of a reboot, and the controls suck.
Yeah. And the game
Real,
is
real hot take. Getting the Wii U was your biggest mistake.
no.
No.
I will stand. I will stand by my.
Might be nerd. I would defend the Wii U with my life.
I will defend it with how much fun I had with Mario 3D World, Smash 4
Smash.
especially, Bayonetta 2, fucking my entire my whole library. In all honesty, it was all like quality, good ass games. Even like what's it called? Fucking Deus
Donkey
Ex.
Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, that game was amazing. Like Deus Ex Human Revolution and Tekken Tag 2 were like they had like definitive best versions.
Wasn't the Wii U port of Tag 2 considered to be the best port?
Yeah, both of them. They are both the best versions of their games. Both of the Tekken Tag 2 and Deus Ex Human Revolution. They were both like the best versions that were available at the time. So it's like those ones are great. Bayonetta 1 on Wii U was at the time it was the best version. Obviously now the Switch version's better.
Awesome. I love that game a lot. That was such a fun game. Bayonetta 2?
Oh yeah. That game was good. My favorite thing was playing it with the Samus or the Daisy outfit the whole time.
I used the Fox outfit.
I used that for the final stage, just for that little minigame part.
Oh, you mean the ascent up the mountain where you take control of the R-Wing instead of the Afterburner jet?
Yeah.
Doesn't it play the Corneria music when
Yeah,
you
it does.
do
From
the R-Wing section?
from the fucking Super Nintendo game, yeah.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna say,
it's-
I knew they used the
Yeah,
music.
but it's like a new arrangement, and like what's weird is that like we have all these like YouTuber people who like post up like OSTs and shit, and yet not a single person has posted up that song, like the arrangement that's in Bayonetta 2. They never did it, and I'm like, what the hell?
I thought it was just the original Star Fox Corneria thing.
No, it's like a rock version. It's better.
Is there any links to this version?
No! That's what pisses me off. I'm like, I want to hear this one like in detail without like game audio in the way. But like, no, we don't get that. We don't get
Wait.
good things.
Wait, I thought in game it was the classic SNES music.
Pretty sure it's like a in-range version from what I remember. The rest of that I haven't played.
Did you see it off of Max's video?
No, I've seen it in person.
Let me look this up. Hold on.
It's fine. Who cares? It's okay. Let's go.
I know, but it's gonna bug me later.
You can do it later. Anyways, who? Bram, you wanna go next?
Alright, sure thing. First of all, actually, I want to bring up an anime first before we talk about
Whoa,
games.
anime is
no,
real.
Anime, I get that.
Yeah, I know.
Anime is real.
Alright, I'm actually gonna be honest. I actually kind of regret watching, spending the time on this.
Yeah.
Persona 5. So I wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to see the difference, like, between the game and the anime and all that stuff, because they did say that there was going to be some difference.
Yeah.
And, you know, we all saw the beams of the animation. And I thought to myself, can't be that bad, can it? I'm sure it's just, like, a bunch of lazy clips here and there. Oh boy, let me just tell you, it's that bad.
Oh,
it's
no.
really, really lazy. Studio A1 back at it again. What a surprise, but yeah, I know. It's incredibly lazy, or rushed. If you think lazy is too harsh of a word, it's rushed, to say the least. I mean, it's Persona, and I like Persona, but, like, it just feels so
I was actually gonna
heartless.
ask, how is the Persona 5 anime?
Well, I want to say, similar to 4, like, it still follows the story very accurately.
I just don't like how they gave the main character a stupid name.
Mamma mia.
I think he's not a Ren. He's an Akira. That's the problem.
Yeah,
They
he looks like an Akira. He doesn't look like a Ren.
I definitely think it's nice for what it is. Like, it follows the story and everything, and they did say there's going to be some unique stuff. I have a theory on what that is, but spoilers, so I'm not talking about it.
Boilers on a game that's over a year old now.
I mean, am I allowed to talk about spoilers then?
Me personally, I don't give a shit. Go ahead.
The game's a year old now. You can talk about spoilers.
Yeah.
Alright, so, personally, what I think it's gonna be is, Akechi's gonna get his own dungeon, and then they're gonna do that in Persona 5 Crimson when that comes out, like, a fucking year later, for full retail price, because Atlas.
Yeah.
They're already gonna make a new version of Persona 5. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's what we're assuming. Yeah.
I'm just guessing, right? But that's...
Well, off of Atlas's trends of making remakes, I can see that happening.
I mean, they make good games, so it's really hard to, like, you know, question them about it.
Yeah, they make good games. It's in BlazBlue Cross Tag. Oh,
That's not Atlas though. That's Arxis.
I thought Atlas had the rights to something.
They have the rights to the Persona characters.
The rest of the Persona characters, but that's about it, really.
They're not the developers.
Paying DLC for half the roster. Jesus Christ.
Well, no. Now it's 18 out of 20, not 20. Yeah, you gotta hold that caveat because people are gonna hold that. They're like, no, but actually it's this. Actually, it's this.
Wait. What now?
Actually, it's 15.
Oh shit! No. It's only 15 if you're like quick, but people are sometimes slow.
That's their fault.
Wait, what's going on now?
If you're buying the game and you want to complain about DLC before the game comes out.
What about people who get the game later? Like they don't get it immediately.
That's fine because the game isn't full price.
No, I'm saying.
Wait. What's going on about the roster now?
Okay, so basically, the people like Blake and Yang are free. Like they're gonna be free. They're not paid anymore. Thank fuck.
Okay.
And
But the first 3 characters are free for only a week, though. That's
so
the thing,
Ori,
right?
Kanji, and what was it? Aegis? I forget.
Kanji.
Ori, Kanji, and
Platinum.
Platinum. There you go. Yeah, those free characters. So like
They're
only-
gonna be free for how long?
about a week or so.
That and Sakura was longer in Street Fighter 5. That
I know.
kind of says something.
No, but we're not allowed to compliment Street Fighter 5 in this world for some reason. So there we
But
go.
anyways,
Well, you're allowed to. You're just.
okay, so
why would you
how much of
come
the roster?
Capcom
How much of the roster is DLC now for BlazBlue?
So
when
20. It's still 20. It's still a 20-20 split. It's just that you could essentially get 5 of them for free. That's all it is. That's
yeah,
that's
so
the
it's
only-
15 out of 20 of the DLC characters are still paid for.
That's still
Yeah.
isn't that? It's still technically half if you think about it.
It's not technically half. That's almost half.
Almost half.
I
It's
mean,
still.
yeah,
it's
they
still-
come out. They come out before Evo, but yeah, like I said, I mean, if you get all the DLC, it adds up to a full price game, and the demo's been pretty generous. But again, like I said, like having half your DLC is still questionable, but I don't think the pricing is questionable. But yeah, the method, like again, having the word half is such a big word, right? That's a pretty big deal, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Well,
besides,
I mean,
You mean?
I don't know how people can defend almost half the roster being DLC.
that got me feeling like a little feelsy the first time, right? I was thinking to myself, wow, it's half the roster DLC, and I was very disappointed. And then I found out, well, first of all, you don't essentially pay for a full game, right? You only pay for half the game, and you get the other half in DLC. Similar to what other games do, like Rainbow Six Siege, for example. It's basically a similar concept to like League or Dota or whatever. And I think, and like you can buy them in individual packs or whatever. And I think to myself, realistically, I would have preferred just having a full game. But they're trying to get it out for Evo, and like 31 characters are going to be out.
Don't you know that Mr. Wiz is taking that ArcSys bribe money?
I think it was kind of weird having Tag like be in this top 8. Well, not top 8. Sorry, in the Evo.
Slow Rolls doesn't come out. Doesn't make it. BlazBlue Tag doesn't come out. Makes it.
I was gonna say I think it's kind of weird because like Central Fiction and KOF 14 like are both like pretty established right now. So seeing Tag make it over them is kind of like awkward. I mean I don't mind personally, but like it's still pretty weird. I think like Central Fiction should have been or KOF at least like one of them. I don't know.
KOF doesn't make it. Central Fiction doesn't make it. A game that's not released makes it. What?
Man, it's a year of tech. I think it's there to like replace MVCI. Am I right?
Shut up. Get out.
The funny part about it is that this isn't the first time that Evo's had a game for main stage that technically it wasn't released yet. We had Tekken 7 that was only released in like select areas in Korea, and some of Japan had the arcade release, but the rest of the world didn't have Tekken 7 yet.
Yeah, it's true.
They had that as a main
That is
stage
very,
game.
very true.
So that was kind of weird. And then they wondered why the Koreans won that year. It's like, I wonder.
Yeah, haven't they won the past 3 years?
Yeah, but I'm saying it's just funny. It's like people are like, I would look at anyone who signed up for Evo to play Tekken 7 that year, before it came out. You're basically saying I'm entering so I can get a chance to play this game early before anybody else, and that's it. You're spending like a premium fucking price for early access, and that's it. Because you're not gonna win this fucking tournament. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
Exactly.
Unless you're like some freaking like unbelievable, like deity level, like prodigy player somehow.
I do have a question though regarding this whole debacle about the legitimacy of BlazBlue Tag making it into Evo. I mean, I know that MVCI didn't do well in terms of it has its flaws. I'm not gonna knock it. I love the game to death, but I know it has its flaws.
Yeah.
But why have during the Evo game lineup announcements, he was all like, so where's Marvel? Oh, we're not having it because the FGC doesn't play it. The numbers don't lie. What are you looking at? The Steam numbers?
What's wrong with the Steam?
I think Marvel. No. But like the thing is with Marvel is like the tournament numbers and the casual. Like I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible. The Steam numbers, which is usually not a lot of top players, because not a lot of top players play on Steam, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tournament-wise, Marvel gets pretty decent numbers for the most part.
Yeah,
And,
exactly. That's what I was thinking. It's like
yeah, like they're pretty decent for the most part, I think. Yeah, and I'm sure it would have gotten like somewhere in the middle, like 5th or 6th or something. But I mean, to be fair, so was BlazBlue. Like BlazBlue, Marvel had about the same last year, and CrossTag seems to have a similar amount this year. But I don't. But I really think the one thing that probably stemmed all of this is I don't know if you remember this. Remember way back when, before the game came out, there was that esports slide presentation thing.
I remember that thing.
the leaked esports presentation. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I call me tinfoil hat man, but I think that might be I think that might.
I feel like that is one of the major reasons why it's not at Evo, but at the same time, you know, how do I put this lightly? At the same time, I mean, it should have made it in, because Marvel's been there since what, 2011, 2012?
More than that. We've had.
Well, I'm talking about Marvel. I'm talking about like Marvel, like current Marvels, like Marvel 3, Marvel Infinite. You know, what's a Marvel 3?
I guess, but I mean, like Marvel as a whole has been there since the beginning.
Yeah, and Dragon Ball FighterZ pretty much kicked it out of the tournament.
Yeah.
You know what makes me upset about that is that if Dragon Ball, like you brought up the point of, if Dragon Ball FighterZ didn't have the Dragon Ball name attached to it, it'd be on the shelf with Cross Tekken right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, why have it to where, you know, oh yeah, let's tease him and make him fondle the balls a little bit to get him to play, get him excited to see that Marvel's in the tournament. Nope. Dragon Ball and BlazBlue Cross Tag.
It's because I guess like when it comes to Dragon Ball, I mean, because it's fucking Dragon Ball and people go because the game, like for a spectator side, it's still visually very entertaining to watch and hype and crazy, and that's all they really. That's kind of what they care about more so than anything else. So getting people to spend tickets to sit there in the arena or buy the stream thing for the spectator pass on there to watch that is going to be like, oh my god, look how crazy this game looks. Or if it ends up on TV, that could happen too. I'm not sure what's going to be broadcast on TV and what's not. That kind of shit's going to be like, oh my god, wow, whoa, seeing Dragon Ball. But like MVCI, to be completely honest, like to the non-spectator, it is a kind of boring looking game.
Yeah, to a non-spectator it is, but to people who, you know, are into the Marvel, are into Marvel and stuff, you know.
I mean, to a spectator, it's a boring game.
Well, okay, if I could say, look at it this way. Evo is like the World Cup, like for soccer news, right? And I'm gonna be honest to you. As a fan of soccer, the World Cup isn't where the height of football brilliancy comes. It's hype. It's the World Cup. It's all the countries. Blah blah blah. That's what Evo's like. It's a big party. Like if you want to look at a really, really big tournament that's legitimate just because of fighting game credentials, look at CEO, look at Combo Breaker, right? Games like that. Those tournaments run like fucking VSATs and all regionals too. Yeah, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like Evo is just it's a big tournament, but like that's the thing. It's a big tournament. It needs to be accessible to everybody because people who don't play fighting games still know what Evo is.
Yeah,
you can't say the same.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I also kind of feel like, you know, Mr. Wiz went about it the wrong way when he's like, when he said, you know, people don't play the game, the numbers don't lie, when he didn't give specific examples of a non-player base for the game.
I mean, do you think he really gives a shit? He's just sitting there eating McRibs all day anyway, so fuck him.
You think? He doesn't know how to run a tournament, man.
I know, but
I think the way he might have looked at it is that CrossTag brings over like 3 different like
player
games.
bases.
I'm sure they'll add up to be more than Marvel, right? Something like that. If again that tinfoil hat, if that esports presentation really actually got to him, because even if it did, but if Marvel was performing like amazingly, I bet you would still be there. the tournament numbers are okay, but they're not amazing. They're not as good as Street Fighter, and they're sure as hell is not as good as Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But anyways, what have you been playing, Bram? So you talked about the Persona 5 anime.
Persona 5, yeah, unfortunate. I was kind of hoping it was going to be better. Besides that, speaking of cross tag, I've actually been putting in a bit more work in Under Night In-Birth. It's pretty weird game. I like it though. I appreciate it for the wacky differences. I really do. And it's a very unique game to say the least. Like I can't compare it to Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue or Marvel or anything like that. But I can't compare it to Street Fighter either. I mean, maybe something similar to Alpha or Third Strike, but not even then. It's still a bit different. It's very weird. It's very unique. I really like that. It feels a bit too weird sometimes. But that's probably because I'm looking at it with Blaze Blue lenses on, right? Because traditionally I'm more of a Blaze Blue player. So I'm probably looking at it like, yo, wait a second, what? That I'm like, bro, that makes no sense to me. And like it does, but I'm just thinking about it from like a Blaze Blue perspective.
Whoa, Dippy-kun is now hosting the stream too. Thanks for that.
he can't show up, but he hosts it. Thanks, Dippy.
Hey, that's still good. And we got like a little like fucking cocky pirate show up for a second. That's cool. I actually forgot to put that.
I would say I'm playing Blaze Blue and Dragon Ball, but I always say that. But I have something special this week. So I've been trying to get my friend into a series that I like. So I'm going back and I'm replaying Warcraft 3 with him actually.
Whoa.
Yeah, Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne. Damn, if I don't love that game, really do. It's like I know some people are gonna be like, yeah, StarCraft's a better RTS, and they might be right. But goddamn, if I don't love me some Warcraft, I love the feel, the aesthetic.
God, I remember playing StarCraft 64. Jesus Christ.
I think Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 1 and 2, like all the races are very different, so I can't really compare that. I just love the difference in balance, and like of course there was like the new patch recently and all that stuff. But yeah, just like going back and watching the story, playing the story, seeing all the new mods that they have up, and it's crazy. Like it's been a while. I missed this game. It's a pretty fun game actually, and I was like, yeah, let me try it out a little bit. And, man, it's a classic. I'm not so sure if Blizzard knows how to develop those anymore. They develop good games, but not classics.
Yeah.
Why did Sega think it was a good idea to put an RTS into Phantasy Star?
Because there's no other thing. I mean, it's the same people who decide that we apparently don't want classic RPGs anymore, and Phantasy Star is now just some action RPG thing.
They literally put like Advance Wars / Fire Emblem / every RTS ever into the new mode for Phantasy Star Online 2. It's like, why is this a thing? Anyway, sorry, rant over.
So you were saying?
What's the next topic?
You were saying, Bram?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I was just about Warcraft 3 and Blizzard in general. Yeah, so like that was a classic for me personally. I consider that game a classic, and one of the biggest strategy games out there. And like I said, I think Blizzard can still make good games. Like you can't tell me like Overwatch is a bad game, but I don't think they can make classics anymore. And I was looking at this side note, but I was looking at Activision Blizzard's reports, and guess what game isn't on there? Like on their profits, guess what game isn't on there?
What?
Destiny's not on there. I found that a little funny. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of found that a little funny, but yeah.
That's good to hear.
Destiny.
Like, Destiny as a whole, or Destiny 2?
Destiny 2. Well, I mean, like, as a whole, it's not there, but you know what I mean. Like, Destiny 2 wasn't there.
Ha! That's good.
I was like, damn, like, isn't that... I don't know, okay, maybe I'm a little behind, sorry, but isn't that game still pretty recent-ish, sort of? Maybe?
Yeah, recent-ish, but it's been, like, doing... From what I've been hearing, it's been doing, like, fuck up after fuck up after fuck up after fuck up. Like every other week or so, I would see like a video by Yongye talking about like how it's doing something retarded again. He'd be like, Destiny 2 did this thing, and everyone's pissed off about it. Destiny 2 did this thing, and everybody's pissed off about it. I'm like, damn, like, what is the part when people just say they fucking stop playing?
Never. Apparently.
Yeah. That's all I've been playing, just Under Night and Warcraft.
If I can break the so yeah, technically I'm allowed to give 3 games because Persona was the anime, right?
I guess so.
Okay. Well, all right. I'm gonna be the degenerate. I'm gonna say
Okay.
Dragon Ball Fighters. And I'm gonna give it to you straight. I would enjoy this game without adult Gohan. And let me explain to you why.
Oh my god!
Let me
Okay,
explain
we get
to
it. You're Goichi.
Let me explain to you why. No, dude, Goichi drops him for Bardock. Okay.
Really?
So, let me-
I think
yeah.
I think our boy Bram plays Gohan. Like I haven't seen Goichi do anything
Goichi dropped
different.
adult Gohan like hot garbage? God dang, man.
Dropped him for Bardock.
Yeah, he probably knows that Gohan's gonna get nerfed.
You get the nerf,
So I just
dude.
want to risk it. Just want to risk it. I'm running Vegito soon.
I think everyone's gonna play Fuse Moss because he's gonna play like Doctor Doom. He's a fight character.
And I'm
pretty
gonna be
cool.
the special guy playing Vegito because I don't care about Tommaso.
I'm gonna be the special guy playing neither of them.
That's true.
You don't even play the game, man.
Exactly.
But realistically, in like the second cross tag comes out, but no. The thing is for me with Gohan is that I feel like he feels like such a fleshed out, complete character in a game that's full of like half completed characters. They all depend on like a specific gimmick or a specific team to help them out. The big boy gets to do everything by himself, and it feels very entertaining. I feel like he lets me do what I want. He's like
That's his
flexible,
gimmick.
and he just does everything. He's like Easy-Oi, and he has Vegeta assist with him. He has Goku assist with him.
Watch Vegeta assist get nerfed so hard.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
think it's gonna get
probably,
hard.
but time will tell, I suppose.
They already mentioned how they're gonna nerf it.
Oh, they already did? Jesus.
Yeah, they mentioned it when they talked about the balance patch. They confirmed 2 things. Frieza's gonna get buffed, and Vegeta's assist is gonna be less oppressive on block, so that might mean it has less block stun, or maybe you can super dash through it while blocking it, like when he does it on you when he's like the point character.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Jesus.
Yeah, because I know you can't super dash through it, and that might be the only thing they're gonna fix about it. And I think that's fine. It's like if you're blocking it, you deserve to be able to get out of there.
Yeah.
I think that means like you can use it in pressure, but not so much in neutral. Kind of like Kid Buu, maybe. I think
Yeah,
they're trying to like, yeah, something like that. I think that makes sense. Like, it's really good in pressure. Like using it in neutral as well, because like if you use it defensively,
What the hell, game?
whatever, right? That's kind of messed up. I don't think powerful pressure assist should be good defensively as well. That's probably what they're trying to target. I think offensively it's still going to be amazing, but it's just not going to be as well rounded.
Yep, and I think that's perfectly fine. I think that's just my opinion. It has concepts that are like essentially that if followed right, they get you a very balanced, fleshed out game.
I think it's really rough. I think Dragon Ball is really rough. Like, it could be a good game, but as it is, it's an okay game.
Yeah, there's a lot of concepts there that if fleshed out, fixed a little bit, balanced here and there, they can make the game more balanced. I mean, I don't see Gohan getting nerfed hard. I see him getting nerfed in like maybe not being the best character in the game, but still being super viable and.
Dude, he respects women. He has to be good.
Yeah.
I think this is what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm expecting to happen to him, unless they go hardcore, I'm expecting them to make like his leg stuff to be not as good on block, so it can be like actually minus like everything else in the game. They're gonna make like not as good on block, and I'm expecting they're gonna make his the boosts he get for each like level up. They're gonna make it not as much. Like they're gonna make it weaker. That's what
I don't think the issue is about the boosts he gets for the level ups. I think the
Hard knockdown, boys. That's
He only has 2 supers, the power up and the level 3, right?
Yeah.
I think the only they should nerf about his damage, about his power up, is the fact like how much damage he can do without the power up, like before he goes level 1. And I think it's better if they nerf a little bit of his damage in
Yeah, but I know that's
on
what
level 0, and then make. I think
what you're saying.
if they don't make all his gained properties from level 1, like they could like.
yeah. I think that's what he's saying. That's what he was trying to
that's
get.
what, like, that's what they should do. But I'm saying this is what their logic is going to be. You have to remember who the people involved who are going to be doing this balance patch, which is Arxis.
Narukami, bro. They buffed Narukami. This is the same team that buffed Narukami, bro.
Yeah, this is the same people that buffed Narukami. This is the same people that buffed Johnny when he was already S plus
Well,
tier.
technically, it's 2 different teams. I can't say Johnny, but Narukami I can actually.
What Team Red, Team Red, and Team Blue, right?
Oh no, the Dragon Ball team is the same guys who worked on Persona 4 Arena. Actually, that's the thing.
Oh, okay. That was what team was that?
Just people in Arxis. That's all
Team
it is.
Yellow.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah,
yeah,
might as well call them that.
Yeah, Team
Seriously.
Yellow.
Okay, so
That's
there's Team Red, Team Blue, and Team Yellow. That's what I gather now.
More
More
or
or
less.
less.
Okay.
Jinx.
Red is Guilty Gear and blue is Blaze Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought red was Blaze Blue.
Damn.
I thought Red's Guilty Gear, Blue is Blaze Blue, and Yellow is Persona 4 / Dragon Ball.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, no, he's just being sarcastic.
No, guys. Red is Mario.
Red is Persona.
Guys, red is Mario, blue is Mega Man and Sonic, and yellow is Pac-Man. Did you guys not watch the trailer?
Right. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, fuck,
For real though, personally for me about Gohan, just let the super stay the same, whatever. Just nerf 2L. Nerf something about 2L. That button is broken.
Yeah.
And for me personally,
Fix the scaling and give him a prop.
and for me, I would just nerf the kicks to just be plus. Don't give him air actions. Why can he air dash after it? That's messed up. Just make it
I think
plus and call the day.
I think
And
if they make it like you know when block Vegeta's DP, the medium one,
know what
he
you mean, I know
drops
what you
down and
mean.
he can't do anything. I think they should do that with Gohan.
You know what?
Just nerf his meter gain.
I could be really petty and say the true reason why I don't like BlazBlue cross tag, because my
What?
main's gone.
Oh, that's fair, dude. That's okay. It's just, it happens.
My boy Akihiko got the boot. Okay.
I mean, he could still get in.
He could come back. You never know, man. There's still a chance. There's still a chance.
If you
for
want to
him.
know true pain, I like Minazuki,
Actually,
Shomizuki,
Can we get some story time? Can we get some story time about Akihiko?
Oh boy.
Alright.
I think Saito knows what I'm talking about.
Alright, story time, Akihiko time.
So here's the thing. So I'm sure. Have you seen that sprite dump where like they put all the silhouettes together for cross tag?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's got Akihiko on the side, right? And I was thinking to myself, so far the Persona 4 Arena cast has been released in the same way that they were released for the actual vanilla game, and Akihiko was like the 9th character or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was thinking to myself, there's a potential that Akihiko could be the last one of the game. And I know somebody here who really likes Akihiko. And he was like, oh, no way, dude, they're gonna put like Adachi or Rise or something. And I was like, okay, how about this? If they put Akihiko, you're gonna get me a McDouble, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna taste so good. Give it like 4 months. I'm gonna get a McDouble from him. You're gonna give me a McDouble too through the internet. You can mail it. It can get all fucking like fungi over. I don't care.
Dude,
I want the McDouble.
Dude, it's a McDouble from the States, so you know what that means. It's gonna look like completely brand new. There's all the preservatives and shit.
You're right, exactly. Yeah, okay. Give me that McDouble, boy. Akihiko is coming back. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't work it on.
I just want Naruto, man.
Hey, I want Bong, but you know, I never get anything I want in my life.
Okay.
Hey, I wanted freaking
I wanted sprites.
I wanted Mitsuru, but that's never gonna happen either.
No. I think Mitsuru has a much higher chance than
Yeah,
Akihiko.
she's a higher
Come on.
chance. But I wanted sprites of Yang that didn't look like shit, but you know.
I wanted Hilda, but those dreams were shattered.
She could still get in. Don't we still have like 2 more like packs to go? So
I think it's 2 or 3. I forget.
yeah. So there you go. There's still some chance.
There's a slim yet subtle chance.
Yeah. So what I find more weird is that like in terms of like the labeling shit, Under Night in Birth is labeled with ST, but it's still so far not a single ST character has been shown.
Don't worry, we're gonna get Mika real soon, dude. She is the SC representative for
Shit.
sure.
Just gonna be like,
Dude,
the
like this
worst
game
character.
has so many lollies. So it's like,
I wonder if they're gonna include Akatsuki.
That'd be great.
can't see that.
I will take Akatsuki as like a what's the word for it? As a decent alternative to Bong, if that's the thing.
Come on, he's not even from Under Night, man. I don't think that's gonna work out.
I know it's not gonna work out, but I'll take it if it happens.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think he's super cool. I wouldn't mind having him.
I wanted Carl's dad, but that's not gonna happen either.
Who?
That has a higher chance than Carl, but I doubt any pup characters making it in, man. Come on.
Yo, what if we get like more anime fighting games like JoJo's, Yu Yu Hakusho?
I wanted another JoJo's game like the Capcom fighter.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna be honest
French
with you.
bread.
Remember the fake French bread leak?
Yeah.
Yeah, like good time. Hey, I love JoJo's, okay, and I would love to have a JoJo's fighter, but I just want more Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. Main games, enough with the side games, enough with the Dragon Ball and the Persona and the Cross and the whatever. Just Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear. That's all I want.
You know what I want more than anything? Take a wild guess.
What?
Food?
You want another Virtual Fighter?
Exactly. But give me Virtua Fire 6. Sega, please. Please, I want Virtua Fire
Yes,
6.
Sega and their dying finance. Sure.
Sega, I will take
Sega.
I will take more Samus nerfs if you give me Virtua Fire 6.
Sega Virtual Fighter. What's that? We only care about Sonic and Yakuza.
What? They're making a new fucking Sakura Wars.
I know, which surprised me.
Sonic and a Yakuza.
What if Sonic was part of the Yakuza?
I thought Sakura Wars was dead.
So did I. I'm actually surprised.
How do you think Shadow got his guns?
Well, okay, here's the thing. Sakura Wars technically wasn't dead because the Sakura Wars got representation in Project Cross Zone 1 and 2.
So is Virtua Fire.
Yeah, true.
Oh, that was wonderful.
They had the anime theme song in there for Akira's theme, for God's sakes.
Yeah. They even had the credits sequence song from Virtua Fire 5. If you actually beat Dural in the first one.
But they didn't have Hot Wild Vision.
That made me sad. But at least they have Red Tiger.
Because it's a Hot Wild Vision. I have the anime on DVD.
Same. And by DVD, I mean...
Tetsuzanko!
Alright. Anyways, so that's all you've been playing lately today, Bram?
Yeah, that and Blaze Blue, I guess. But yeah, that's about it for me.
Alright, I'll go quickly through my stuff before we go into our actual proper, like, first real shit. Alright, so lately I've been playing a lot of, Splatoon 2. I'm playing a lot of Splatoon 2 because I'm a retarded person. Actually, it's a really fun game. Very good game to play.
It's a necessary shooter.
It's a very necessary shooter. I wish
ready for the Octolink DLC.
Oh, I'm actually really looking forward to that. Like, I'm weird. I actually played, like, I was more excited for Splatoon 2 when it came out for the single player than the actual multiplayer stuff. So getting more single player, I'm like, eee!
And you can play as an Octolink online.
I mean, I don't care about that. I could already do that when I used to hack the game. So.
I'll be right back. I
Alright.
need to use the toilet.
Okay. Make sure you let us all hear the noises. Anyways.
Yeah,
Seymour, the house is on fire.
Just pray for me.
Okay, so what's it called? Splatoon 2. I'm playing that. It's pretty fun. They actually have a Splatfest going on right now. It's funny.
Oh yeah, the team in T one, right?
Yeah, I'm on Team RAF.
Is that for U.S. and Canada, or
Yeah,
is it
US and
just
Canada.
US? Oh, okay.
So it's both together.
What are the two teams actually? I'm curious.
It's like instead of the usual thing where just 2 teams, that's it. They're doing now like a tournament style thing for
It'll be 2 teams and then another 2 teams. It'll be down to the final 2.
So I was trying to say.
I
So
see.
yeah, so they have right now Raphael versus Leonardo from Ninja Turtles, and then the next one's going to be Donatello versus Michelangelo, and the winners of those 2 sets will then go into a final round. So honestly, to be completely real, we're gonna have the final round's gonna be Leo versus Michelangelo. Let's just be real here.
True.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
Yeah. Between those 2, that's actually the hard part. But like,
look, my man Donnie.
I know exactly, but
My man Donnie.
like I picked Team Rap because he's my favorite one. But like between Mike and Donnie, I would choose Donnie.
Yo, somebody has a Sonic mag in this game? What? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Anyways, so what's it called? Playing Splatoon 2. Been playing some honestly, been playing some fucking MVCI because I'm trying to get some like last minute practice for that game. As well as I'm trying
for
Toriken. I'm also trying to get into 10th rank so I can get the platinum, and then I can like snap this disc in half and never play there again.
Hey, what did MVCI do to you?
Let me go into the list.
Okay, that was a rhetorical question, Amir.
Okay. My favorite part is when Thanos, Dante, Dormammu, Ghost Rider, Venom, and Sigma players call me cheap.
I'm a Sigma player.
I don't give a shit, but I'm saying like they say I'm cheap. I'm like, I'm sitting here with like X and 0 of Soulstone, and they're like,
You're low tiering it with X, aren't you?
Huh?
X is not that good, yeah.
I thought he was
Is
like,
it X low tier?
I thought he was mid tier.
No, he's low, I think.
Shit. Well, I mean, I guess
He's on the cusp of low. He's like right at the end of mid.
damn.
Yeah.
I'm like fucking a prodigy or some shit because I'm making people cry over him.
Yeah, he's low mid.
Sweet. That's making my dick even bigger. So anyway, so we got
This makes my penis. It's a big penis.
exactly the big BAP, the biggest of BAPs. So I'm playing that. I'm playing what's it called? Fucking what's the game called? It's kind of weird whenever I'm in the surfing or I kind of forget what the hell I'm doing in my life. Well, that's actually every day. I beat Yakuza 6. That's pretty great. Granted, there was
How was the VM5 port?
It's actually really good in terms of the gameplay wise. It's really, really good. However, because it's basically just an arcade port, there's no like training mode. There's no
It's just straight versus or online versus, right?
not even online. Just local versus, or you fight the CPU one route.
I thought they confirmed online versus.
Nope. The only online you can play is share play.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it's really retarded.
I could have sworn they said in the press release they were gonna put online into the
They didn't.
port of VF5.
They didn't.
That's dumb.
But yeah, so it's only local versus, no training modes, and not even like move lists either. So like sometimes I bring in my copy of Yakuza 5 or 6 with me regardless, just because it looks nice and everything, and I want to get people into the game, even though it's what's the word for it? A futile effort to say the least. But it's even harder to try and get people into it, considering the game itself doesn't have like the necessary tools to like for people just getting in. And I can't say to them, oh well, if you want to learn this character's moves, pull out your phone and look up their things. Like they're not gonna do that. They're not even gonna. It's hard enough getting them to play the game itself, let alone looking up the moves. Like, come on. So it's already got this like false.
True.
It's already got this falsely justified reputation for being quote unquote way too hard to get into, when the game like hands its ass to you in terms of like making things like fun and easy to learn. I mean, it's a fucking free button game, and people say it's too hard. Like, come on.
Also, in Yakuza 6, there's a bare bones port of Puyo Puyo Tetris, right?
No, just Puyo Puyo, not even Tetris.
Oh, so they literally just took Puyo Puyo Tetris, took out the Tetris.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It's a good port though. Like it works.
But isn't it literally just the same game, just without the Tetris?
More or less, yeah. Like it's just arcade.
I heard it was just a direct port of Puyo Puyo Tetris. They just took out the Tetris.
It's not. It's just arcade mode where you fight like an onslaught of like opponents until you knock them out until you get knocked out, or you can play your friends on local play.
Oh, okay.
Well, it makes me sad because my character in Puyo Puyo Tetris is from the Tetris side, so my nigga T, I can't play as T. I gotta pick.
Is he the little yellow dude?
No, T is the purple-haired dude, skinny-looking dude.
Okay.
He's got like that. He's got like that like kudere type of voice. He's like, "Oi no aiteda" or something like that. I don't know. I never played it in English. I don't know how an English voice sounds like. I'm like baffled the game even got a dub, to be completely honest.
It got some well-known voice actors for that dub too, didn't it?
I don't know. I just know that it sounds like shit over what I heard. Also, it doesn't have the main girl with the little yellow thing going "Ikimasu, nigga!"
Wait! Does it have Arl and Carbuncle?
No clue. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
That's the main character, the blonde girl with the yellow thing. That's Arl and Carbuncle.
No, this one. Maybe they're in it, but I'm saying the original girl with the little yellow thing.
The brown hair girl from the original Puyo Puyo.
Yeah, she's got like a little yellow thing with her too.
Yeah, that's Carbuncle. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Both Carbuncle is with Arl and with that brown hair girl.
Okay. Anyway, so that stuff's all good. At the moment, Yakuza 6 is my game of the year, but considering we have so much good shit coming out later this year, that could change very soon. Which leads into our first main topic. Holy fuck, E3 2018.
Oh God, I'm not prepared for E3.
I'm not ready either.
I wasn't ready for last year, and I'm certainly not ready for this year.
This year is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt in more ways than one.
What were the big bombshells last year? Metroid Prime 4, Samus Returns, etc.
Yeah, I mean, technically, Samus Returns was like a later thing. It was like the main presentation said nothing, and then they were like, "Oh, by the way, we have a trailer for something." Here we go, fucking Metroid 2 remake on the 3DS. And it looks amazing, and it was amazing.
What were the big bombshells last year?
I mean, actually showing us Breath of the Wild, and actually, wait, no, that was something else. They showed Mario.
Breath of the Wild came out before E3.
They showed Mario, and that game looked amazing. They showed.
Oh yeah, Mario Odyssey, yeah.
I can't remember what else was like crazy. I think Beyond Good and Evil 2 was shown that year.
Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2 was shown. I remember that.
Yeah. Though unfortunately, it's probably gonna be just another Ubisoft game now. It's not gonna be like unique like it was before. What else was shown? Undertale was brought to PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate that the actual port itself is kind of like it gets the job done, but like the PC version is still the best version. But
where's the Switch? We're on it.
Yeah. To be completely honest, is like I'm happy that it's coming to Switch. Like more people can play the game, but like I don't know.
I'll definitely get the Switch port when it comes out.
I'm not going to, honestly. Despite me loving the game so much, I'm not gonna.
You're probably gonna hate me, but I've never played Undertale yet. So
What the fuck? Get on that shit.
I've listened to the music, but I haven't played the game yet.
You gotta get on that shit. Come on, man. What's wrong with you?
Money.
The game's like six.
Honest to God, it takes like maybe 4 hours. Like it's actually a pretty short game.
It's like 6 hours. It's pretty short. But I'm saying honestly, if you ask me, your first time playing the game should be on the PC.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I don't know if
pacifist or neutral. That's the question.
Overall, the whole game, like just play it on PC.
Okay.
Like honestly, because I feel like there. Are you aware of like storyline elements of it? Because the game's
I've seen the game being played by one of my friends. I watched him play it.
But I'm saying like like the spoiler shit already or no?
Yeah, I've known the spoiler stuff for a very long time.
Okay, so like all the fourth wall shit, and what I noticed in the PS4 port is that a lot of it's not done well at all. Like the game crashes and stuff like that. It's like really badly done, and I'm assuming the Switch version is gonna be exactly like the PS4 version. So like when for example, when Flowey crashes your game, it's not gonna have those little moments where the game turns off for real and it turns itself back on, and like the game window like text is all fucked up and stuff like that. It's not gonna have that stuff. Or we're not gonna have Kara jumping at you when you do the genocide ending thing if you pick Do Not or Kotawaru or something like that. It's not gonna have that.
Yeah, it's not gonna have this since when were you in control?
Yeah, it's not gonna have that since when were you the one in control, and then the entire like game window starts violently shaking while Kara's coming at you and everything. It's not gonna have that because the PS4 port was basically playing the game in full screen mode and that's it. But it's not like there's no crashes or anything like that, which is funny because
there's none of the stuff the PC version has.
Yeah, so it's like you get the solid gameplay experience and like the story, but like the little.
But you're missing out on a lot.
Yeah, you're missing like the little meta game stuff that made the game like go from like, oh, this is kind of quirky and kind of cool to whoa, this is some like heavy shit in comparison. So that's why I'm saying you gotta play on PC, experience it yourself.
All right.
But me personally, like when I was hyped about it coming out for PS4 back then, I wasn't hyped for the fact that it was coming on the PS4. I was hyped that I wanted to get a fucking physical copy of the game, period. And all. Oh
yeah, the limited edition rare copy.
Oh yeah, I got that shit immediately. I got the locket and everything. Hell, I used the locket for my cosplay for Kara. I went to Youmacon.
Can you find it still on like Amazon or eBay?
I'm pretty sure the main website on Fangamer has it available right now.
With the locket and everything, or?
Yeah. Pretty sure it's still available.
I may have to pick it up on Fangamer then.
Fangamer is like a godsend. They're like one of the best like people for like this kind of stuff. Unlike limited run games, which like treats you like shit, Fangamer is like they're so nice.
You know what sucks about that? You know what sucks about? Can I rant for a second?
Okay.
About limited run, I wanted to buy the physical Windjammers port,
yeah,
but it got sold out within like a day.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what sucks? They were only giving out like I would think only a few of those collector's editions that came with like the frisbee, the headband, and stuff. Yeah. I wanted to get the physical for Windjammers and get all that stuff, but nope. They only had limited quantities. How many was that? Oh, maybe about 50.
Yeah, that's how they are. And then like, good luck actually getting it. It'll come out like it'll come to you like fucking 10 billion years later, and then you can't even cancel your pre-order or anything.
And then they had the goal to try to release Night Trap too.
Yeah, but let's not get into that. But I'm saying what's nice about because I'm just gonna get into this little thing about Fangamer, and then we'll get back to E3. So the thing about what I like about Fangamer is that when I got my collector edition back then is like I thought I got everything. But then I seen just like a few months later, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I felt like watching a video of a YouTuber like opening it up. I like seeing people like their comments about the game or things like that. Just curiosity's sake. And I noticed some guy had some stuff in his package that like I didn't have. I was like, "Huh, that's kind of weird." So I emailed them and I was like, "Hey, these kind of things are missing." And they're like, "Oh, we're sorry about that. We'll actually send those things to you." And then they asked me, "Was there anything else? Like anything like little minor things?" And I was like, "Oh, I noticed about my locket." Is a little bit off tune. It sounds kind of weird sometimes. And we're like, oh, we're willing to send you a whole brand new whole box, copy of the whole thing, game and all. And I was like, no, like that's really great and that's really nice of you guys, but just a replacement locket's good enough. And they're like, that's fine. So they sent me a replacement locket and like the extra things that I was missing, which was like a little postcard thing with some artwork on it, and a little like dog sticker badge thing that was missing.
Yeah.
And I actually have that dog sticker on my fucking PS4 right now, to this day. Little doggo. But yeah, so back to E3. So we got like bunch of shit just from Nintendo alone. So we're crazy, but other companies as a whole, like The Last of Us 2. We have maybe Crackdown will actually come out this decade for Xbox side. We've got Red Dead 2 is gonna probably be shown off at some point. There's just so much stuff that's gonna be there. Smash Bros is gonna be there for a long time. Like I'm sitting here thinking like this game is gonna probably look amazing. At the same time, I'm also sitting there going like, fuck, how are they gonna nerf Samus this time? How are they gonna ruin her this time?
I'm really hyped for Knack 3.
Yeah, oh, Knack 3, baby!
Knack 3, baby!
Oh boy!
Fucking.
Oh man, that's gonna be the best one. Yo, we're gonna get like Lightning Knack this time.
Oh my god.
We get 3 player play. They had 2 players, and now we're gonna have 3 players: Fire Knack, Ice Knack, and Lightning Knack.
Lightning Knack.
That's what they'll call it too. And then if you do it, you'll have like a special move and it'll be called Lightning Returns.
We'll probably see more of that Spyro game, won't we?
Yeah, the Spyro. We'll probably see more of the Spyro trilogy. We'll probably see. What the hell is it called? That's the thing. Yeah, well, obviously we're gonna. Oh, what's that game? The Last of Us clone that Sony's talking about. What's that thing called?
Oh yeah.
Even the game that for that trail. No, that was the Xbox one. Never mind. No.
It's not State of Decay 2, but that will be shown obviously as well. I'm saying there's that thing. It's like it basically looks like a Last of Us clone or a zombie game. Honestly, it looks underwhelming as shit. But I'm saying like that game will probably be shown. What's it called?
I think no, was it Days Gone? No,
I think it is called Days Gone.
Yeah, it's the new Metro game.
Not Metro. It was like it's like Sony exclusive. It's not like a PC thing. It's like some. I forget what it was called.
No, it was a sequel. It was a sequel to Metro Last Light.
It's not that game. That's not what we're talking about. It's PS4 zombie.
Days Gone.
Is it? Let me see.
Yeah.
I think it's Days Gone.
Yeah, Days Gone. That game.
Oh, so it was Days Gone, alright.
Okay, so that game, I think we're gonna see that. Probably gonna see more of that. Maybe an actual release date.
Maybe some new RE7 stuff.
Maybe. I think the game is complete. It sounds like. Like I think they've.
That's what I've been hearing. Maybe we'll see RE Remake 2.
Maybe, I don't know. Yo. By the time it reaches that point, it's gonna be summertime, right?
Yeah.
You know what that means, right? You know what Capcom said they're gonna talk about in summer?
Marvel Infinite Season 2?
Rockman 11!
Oh.
Ooh, that you know how much happiness happened in my life.
Wait, did they confirm summertime for Mega Man 11 talk?
Yeah, they said back in the original stream. They said more information will be coming in during the summer, and the game itself comes out.
Which is probably going to be E3.
Yeah, and the game comes out on late 2018, which basically means like fall. So like we'll see it probably in like November or something or October. So we're gonna see some more actual.
We're definitely gonna see more Soul Calibur 6 footage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And potential release date as well.
Yeah, that too. So like there's so much shit coming out. Bayonetta 3 is gonna be probably shown there. There's gonna be
It'll be shown during the direct.
Mm-hmm. We might see some more Xenoblade 2 DLC stuff because that's still a thing.
I heard they were coming out with new blades, so
yeah. Telos from Xenosaga just got released the other day.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Where's Cosmos? Though?
Cosmos is already in the game.
Oh, she is. Never mind.
Yeah, she's already in. Cosmos is already in Xenoblade 2.
I didn't know that. I haven't played Xenoblade 2.
Neither have I. I actually skipped out on it because I was like already playing Zelda and Mario, and I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to pick up this because like.
Oh, didn't Nintendo say they were gonna release some Breath of the Wild DLC Pack 3?
I didn't hear anything about that. They didn't say anything.
I heard they were gonna come out with a DLC Pack 3 later down the line. That was part of their original DLC plans.
That's not what the season pass shows, but we'll see. Maybe
No, but I remember they said they were considering a DLC Pack 3
Yeah,
with
considering.
with a new story.
Yeah, considering. We'll see if it actually happens. Is the thing. But
I hope so, because Champion's Ballad was amazing.
yeah, it really was. So that could happen. We're gonna actually see some real footage of Metroid Prime 4. That could be amazing.
Switch.
Oh, and the new project that Retro Studios is working on.
Yeah, whatever the hell that is, that could be great. It's like so much stuff, and then we have fucking Smash Brothers 5. And I'm so glad that like it's actually gonna be a real new game. I didn't want it to be a port, honestly.
I was really worried it was gonna be a port.
You know, here's the two reasons why I want it to be a port. One, because we've been playing it for so long, it's like, we need something new. And two, if they were to do a deluxe port, if it were to happen, it would mean it'd have to have parity between the other two versions, because you can't, obviously you're not going to be able to like sit there and go, hey, let's release...
I have a legitimate question. Why would it be a port if there's Breath of the Wild Link and new Mario?
Yeah, I'm saying before they did that. But I'm saying, when there was rumors going around saying there was that like, you know, a port could happen and people were just expecting it to be a thing, I was always saying,
right.
No, that can't be a thing, because like if it were to become a port, then how are we going to have parity between the Wii U and 3DS versions? They would have to release the new content that comes in that port with those versions
Exactly.
too. But if they don't do that, then it would be fucked, because it's like, what if they release new characters? Even if they're just like veterans and not actually brand new people, like say if they throw in Wolf or there's something like that, then it's like, what if people want to play Wolf on fucking Wii U, yeah, or on 3DS? Like that wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair. But making it a brand new game, that's fine. In my opinion, that's much better. Because one, that means like complete new, like clean slate, complete rebalancing, complete reimagining and everything like that. So maybe Cloud won't be retarded this time. Maybe Mario will take some brain cells to play. You know, I mean, all things like that.
A good point to discuss is especially the logo, because it looks like the Melee logo.
Yeah.
And the way it faded in, it was like Melee's intro. So, do you think they're gonna go back to like classic Smash?
I don't know. That's the thing. I feel like there's gonna be like, I feel like because this is a game that's been apparently been worked on for the past like 2 years or so.
Apparently, they've been working on it since, I think they said 2015?
2015 or late 2015. Some sources say late 2015, some say early 2016. So it's kind of like both back and forth. But I'm assuming they're going to use a lot of what was in the base of like Smash 4's like stuff as like the starting base, and then work off of that. That's what they do with each game for the most part. Like Smash 4 worked off a lot of like the assets and general engine stuff that was in Brawl, and then they made their own thing out of it. So I think they're gonna do the same thing with this one too.
Yeah.
But as for like what its subtitle's gonna be or what the name itself is gonna be, who knows? I remember when back when like Smash 4 was coming out.
I hate to cut it short, but I've got to bounce for the night.
Okay.
I shall catch you guys later. Stay cool.
All right. See ya.
Later.
New Smash is pretty interesting. I think it has a lot of potential, and it's like, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I actually have no idea what Microsoft is doing.
Neither do I.
I hope it's not gonna be like a third Xbox One, the Xbox One Z or something.
You know they're gonna bring in another fucking car onto the screen, onto the thing.
I think we're gonna see what's it called? Spider-Man, more of that game.
Oh,
That
yeah.
game's coming out pretty soon, but we're probably gonna see more of that game.
Yeah. Is it like wrong of me to say that I'm not looking forward to that game?
Looks like a Batman game, but it's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it's
And,
like,
like,
I don't.
And like we already had that.
Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe it'll end up being good. Like, how do I say this? I'm not like angry or like, oh, I don't want to get this game, but I'm not hyped. It's like, oh, it's a Spider-Man game. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the same with me. It's like I'm not excited to want to get it or buy or play it, but it's like yeah, whatever. It's kind of like I'm like yeah, whatever. You know what I mean?
And good. I don't know. Time will tell, I guess.
Yeah. 'Cause so far, like it hasn't done anything to really wow me. It doesn't help that like 90% of the promotion is all like pre-rendered cutscenes and not actually gameplay.
Sure.
I have returned.
Yay! You have returned right when shooting flares
Oh,
left.
what's it called? Code Vein. Remember that game? No.
Yo, Weeb Souls!
Oh, yeah. Maybe we'll see more of Weep Souls.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
hell is
Do
Weep
you
Souls?
think? I mean, we just call it Weep Souls. There's gonna be like a Switch Pokemon game.
Oh man, yeah, that could be like Gen 8. Is it? I forget. Is Sun Moon Gen 7 or is that Gen 8?
I think it's 8. I've lost count. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sorry.
So I've
I
lost
just
count
know
too.
it's
That's what I'm saying.
Pokemon. Don't worry about it. I just know it's Pokemon.
Yeah. So like whatever the Switch game is gonna be, it's the next gen. That's all we can say.
Gen 7 is indeed Sun and Moon. Yeah,
Yeah. So Gen 8 is gonna be the Switch game.
I guess.
That's pretty. That's
I
pretty
still
crazy.
don't get why they.
You still what?
Still don't get why they make 2 games instead of just 1.
Well, who knows how they're gonna do it this time? Because it's kind of like
No,
Switch.
but talking about what they do in general.
It's just kind of like in a way, make more money, more or less. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, basically. But if you want to ignore that money is a thing, it's just to incentivize communication. That's basically all it is, really.
Yeah, more or less. Gets
What do
people,
you mean?
Because certain things are locked behind a specific version of a game.
Uh-huh.
Like, you have to go talk to a guy that's the other part.
And
So
the red version and then another one.
right? And then you're like, hey, dude, what's up? Could you, like, trade me this thing? Da-da-da-da-da, whatever. And it's tradition by now, basically, and nobody's gonna say otherwise because it's tradition.
yeah. We all know how Japan's big on that whole like legacy/tradition thing. Like, if something's been working for a while, they've been doing it for a long time, they don't change. That's the thing. It's very, very rare to change it.
Even if it's something that isn't working.
I think for the Pokemon stuff, it's working a lot. It's working
It's
very well.
hella working, bro.
Hey, Sun-
Pokemon-
No,
So-
I'm not talking about Pokemon. I'm just,
oh yeah, like in general, yeah.
But
yeah,
saying
like
for-
look at the state of Dragon Ball. Took them years before they realized, hey, let's take Yamamuro off. He's not good. Because they kept the tradition. You know, the guy's been working on the thing for ages, so they kept him.
yeah, I guess. Other things.
You know, I legit want to play some Dragon Ball RPG right now.
I want like I want another good like what's it called? I want another good like portable game.
Maybe this E3, dude, portable Dragon Ball RPG. Just okay, not really. There's no way it's happening.
Yeah. They're not gonna do
But-
that. Yo, get
Yeah,
yo,
the
get, yo,
previous handheld Dragon Ball was never made.
yo, get ready for that. Get ready for that Dragon Ball Fighters 2, where it's basically just an overblown season pass for Dragon Ball Fighters 1.
So, I think
Because that's basically what Xenoverse was.
I think they'd probably wait till all the DLC is out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm mistaken, but I
But then
think
again, maybe they'll announce that there is gonna be more. Be a big upgrade.
I mean, they could do that at Evo too if they don't do it this year. So,
Yeah.
oh, like E3 rather. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, they're gonna, no, this is how much balls they have. The DLC hasn't even
7.
fully come out. The DLC hasn't even fully come out for Dragon Ball Fighters yet, and they already have the balls to be like, "Yo, we're working on a sequel already," and they know everyone's still gonna buy it.
Well, yeah, that's literally what Bandai Namco. That's tradition.
Yeah.
You could say.
So yeah, to get ready for that. Get ready for the
And
next
Love
battle.
Namco.
Alright, anything else you guys want to say about E3?
I don't want to get too overhyped, but I think there's going to be a good amount of things going on, for sure. I really think there's going to be a good amount of things going on. I don't like getting too overhyped, because sometimes I just get disappointed. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, like, I've never owned any Microsoft console, but Scalebound looked awesome, and I was like, yo, I got to try this, and yeah, look what happened with that, huh?
Thanks Microsoft. Like, we want to turn this into a games of service model when it's supposed to be a single player title. I love games as a service. Alright. You guys want to work on that the Q&A? Or you guys got
for sure.
Or have you guys got any other topics you want to cover first?
I don't have anything specifically.
What about you?
I'm out of ideas, so I'd like the Q&A for sure.
Alright, Q&A time, our first installment on the Impromptu Podcast. You got questions, we answer them for you. So our first all these questions are all from anonymous people, but we shall see. Our first question from an anonymous person says, "What's your favorite fighting game?"
Well, that's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
Sam.
So what would you guys go would be one of your favorite fighting game it would be?
Wow, this is kind of tough. Alright, I think I might have settled on one.
Alright, what would that one be?
For me, specifically, I would have to say Chrono Phantasma Vanilla.
Blaze Blue Chrono.
There's a lot of Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma, but there's a lot of bias to this because I mean, it's not my favorite Blaze Blue version. Like I like CP 1.1 more. I like CF2 a lot, but Chrono Phantasma Vanilla specifically because I met a lot of my friends back in Chrono Phantasma Vanilla. That's when I started really trying to get serious at the game. I started to understand why, how fighting games work, how Blaze Blue works, and I made a lot of friends. If I know that's pretty biased, like you shouldn't say that should matter when it comes to fighting games, but that matters a lot to me. Honestly, it's I can't like think of that game without thinking of all the friendships I made at the time because of that game and all the people I met because of the game. And I still talk to them today, so that means a lot to me. So it means it has to be my favorite, honestly. Like, and even if it weren't for the friendships, I think CP as a whole, a good step forward for Blaze Blue. Maybe not story-wise, because the story was really, 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 really bad. But I think gameplay-wise, all the changes they've done to the system with the way the grabs work, instant block, barrier, overdrive.
The introduction of overdrive, yeah.
Yeah, same move, SMP, like all that junk. I thought it was like, wow, it was so awesome, and not only that, but I was getting to experience that, and because of that, I just I really started getting to the meat of maybe like Guilty Gear Double X and Persona 4 Arena and all that, and I don't think I would have ever gotten there without Chrono Phantasma Vanilla. So for me, that has to be my favorite fighting game, honestly.
That's definitely a good answer to give. Lewis, what would be your favorite fighting game of all time?
Well, I can't say of all time because I'm relatively new to like playing fighting games as they should be played. I used to play fighting games as a kid, like very casually, you could say. Like
Yeah. I mean, even if you don't play, even not in like a competitive standpoint, like some people love a certain game because of like just the casual fun they used to have for it. Like for like some people,
If
casual-
that's the case. Alpha 3, because that was the game that I specifically enjoyed playing a lot of back in the day, and then it was kind of the transition I had into Third Strike, and then from Third Strike I started wanting to learn fighting games and all that. But to be perfectly honest, the game that actually got me deeply into fighting games, and the reason I joined FGC and all that is definitely Dragon Ball. So I'll have to give it to that. But in terms of sentimental value, I'll have Alpha 3.
that's definitely a good answer.
I'd say sentimental value, Marvel 2 for me. That game it got me hooked, man. It got me hooked. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Marvel 2. That game's special. That game's real special.
Special in more ways than one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Bram's got Chrono Phantasma. Lewis has got either Alpha 3 or Dragon Ball Fighters. As for myself, it's kind of a tough choice, but when I was thinking about it while listening to you guys, I think I'd narrow it down to, and it's kind of going to sound kind of obvious, or like, oh, of course you're going to say this, but
Virtua Fighter!
yeah, it's definitely a Virtua Fighter title. It'd be Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution for the PlayStation 2 and arcade. That's probably, in all honesty, when I look back at it, maybe if I were to really like calculate it, it's probably not, but the way how it feels like it's the fighting game I definitely put in the most time out of anything I've ever played. I remember Yin and I, we definitely put in like over like I'd be completely honest, if I were to go through and look at my save file, it's probably gonna be like over 2,000 games like each put into our save data, which is like more than like probably any other fighting game we ever played. Every character in that game was like unique. Even characters like Sarah and Jackie Bryant, they're siblings, and you think they're kind of similar because they share some similar kind of moves to an extent. Like they both have a somersault kick and some things like that, but they're actually completely different, and that's something that was so good about Virtua Fighter, especially from like 4 and onwards, where it really started to like get like the previous Virtua Fighter games were pretty good, like from the 2 and up. 1 was kind of but I'm saying like 2 and up they were always really good, but 4 Evolution, and then 4 Final Tunes, 5R Final Showdown, whatever. That's when it got from this is pretty good to oh my god, this is phenomenal. Like this is like the best, some of the top of the line games out there for fighting games, especially for 3D fighting games, because like these games are not only really fun, they're also very like they're very simple to grasp, but they have so much like depth and complexity and things to learn, ways to learn our people. And with every single character being like really good, like not one character in any Virtua Fighter game, starting from like 4 and up, not one character is bad. Even though they're just tier lists, like you say, like you'll still say like Akira's S tier, or in a certain game Pai-chan is really good in this one, or Aoi is really good in this one, or Wolf or something like that. There are S tiers or A tiers or B tiers or whatever in these games, but you're looking at it in a state where if you were to line every character up in like a straight line, like they're standing feet to feet, shoulder to shoulder, that's how close they are. And let's say the S tier or the A tier is like 1 foot ahead. That's how close they are to each other. Because one thing that's also so great about the Virtua Fighter series is that it's not just about character matchups, it's people matchups. You're playing the person more so than just the character they're playing as. So you gotta learn how they play, how they think, how they play. gotta adapt on the fly. You gotta throw in some things here and there that they're not gonna expect because you got your own individuality to yourself. Not one person will play different than another. You may fight, 400 different Akiras. You will find something different about each and every single one of them. And that's something that was so wonderful about Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. Not to mention all the content that was in it. There was the quest mode where you went through different little like simulated arcades and you ranked up and gained points and items to customize your character to like be individualized. And what's cool is that the AI actually adapted to how your playstyle was, so like they would start to learn your habits and things and exploit you for that. So you'd have to like change it up and play a little bit differently and develop your own styles to adapt to them, adapting to you, and back and forth and back and forth. So even though it didn't have any online play, you still technically had to you had to get better, you had to work a little bit harder. There was so much in there. The game even had a robust training mode. It was the first, from what I know, the first fighting game out there to have frame data in the training mode for you to see, and you can see what's plus, what's minus, how much you yourself, in terms of your frames, are pressing things at the right time or the wrong time. And they would tell you if you're trying, because it was the first fighting game that I know that had a command training, where it would go through the entire command list, especially the most important moves of each character, and you could go through those, and it had hints on there if you're doing something wrong, or if you're inputting something too fast or too slow. It'd be like, hey, like say for example, Akira's Morio Moko Kohazan, his like little like free step sort of combo thing. If you're inputting it too fast or too slow, it'd be like, hey, maybe do this thing a little bit differently or buffer this a little faster. It would do that. A lot of our fighting games don't do that when they have like say trials or commands or missions. It kind of just goes, here's a list of moves, do the thing, and then you fuck up, and then it's like, oh, okay, where's the demonstration? You watch the demonstration, but if you don't know how the game works, you're gonna go, what the hell did that person do that was so great? You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So it's like you're kind of confused, but this game would tell you that. The game had a thing where you could also slow it down frame by frame to see how things were. It was one of the first fighting games out there where things that were attacks that were blocked versus when they hit had like, for like more like unsafe things or more heavier moves, they had different animations when you blocked the move or when you got hit by it. So you could see that too. You could kind of visually see, okay, this move I can punish it, or okay, this move is kind of maybe gonna do this to me. That was wonderful for a time. And then visually, in terms of graphics, it was some of the best that was available at the time. Even like things like the floor, there was like water moving around while you like fought on watery stages. Rain reflected and got your clothes wet. Snow got traveled around on the floor if you guys start fighting on it. Walls could be broken or for certain stages, so you can make a stage that looks like it's fenced off become a stage with ring outs because you can break the walls and fall through.
You can break the walls. Yeah, that's cool.
It's like there was so much in Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. That's why it's one of my favorite fighting games of all. It's probably my favorite fighting game of all time. And then one of the funny things that's so funny about it is that it even had little like pro showcases in the game too. Like you could unlock like little videos where like pro players showed like little like things they did. Like there's this one guy doing like Akira combos with one hand, like 10 years before desk was a thing, for example. This guy's doing like the hardest moves in the game with one hand. He's just like immediately, and you're looking at like, how the hell is this person playing this game so good? But that's just how it was. Like the game. But that's also, I guess, one of the issues is that because of things like this, it ended up getting a reputation for being like super hard to get into because of people looking at because like I remember the one-handed Virtua Fighter videos, those got like leaked, like not even say leaked, but they got posted up online on different websites like almost immediately. So people immediately started associating Virtua Fighter with like super hard execution that only these crazy Asians can get into and play like that. But honestly, it's not like that. It can be a hard game to get into, but not for the reasons that people think it is. It's more so because it's a different way of thinking, because people tend to usually think about just the characters and those kind of things and labbing out combos and things like that, when this game is much more personal. It's not about, long combo strings or juggles and things like that. A lot of times you're doing strings that are like 1 or 2 hits or something like that, or like, because a big thing about Virtua Fighter is that even when you're getting hit or like something like that, you're still an active participant in the fight, because you can like fuzzy guard, or when you get knocked down, you press PKG and you can splat and tech the floor and get back up and roll a certain way, or fuzzy guard option select, things like that. Like a lot of our fighting games don't have this type of thing where when you're getting hit, you're just you kind of wait for them to drop and then that's it. This is more like you're active participant regardless. You still have things you can do. I
really like the roll and tech and all that stuff, right? Like that concept. That's such an awesome concept in 3D games. I'm kind of glad that Blaze Blue took inspiration from it.
Yeah, I think rolls in fighting games should be in everything. Like especially in 2D games, in my opinion. I think rolls should be in 2D games.
Yeah.
I wish that when they had it in Cross Tekken, I wish that it was kept in Street Fighter 5, in my opinion.
That's fair.
That would have actually helped a lot of things, especially with the whole throw loop thing.
True, yeah.
But yeah, that's my answer for that thing. Question number 2 from Anonymous. This person says, "Who's your waifu?"
Dude, this answer changes like every 2 months.
I know, but hey, if you can give yourself an answer for your current season waifu, who would it be?
I mean, Darling in the Franxx is a really shitty show, but it's like the #1 show of the season right now, right?
Yeah.
02 is really hot, yeah. I like her.
02?
The girl with like the pink hair?
Yeah, she's kind of cute.
I think she's super cute.
That would be your waifu?
For the season, yeah, but I think like every waifu of the season is actually really bad.
Well, I mean, you don't have like one that you just keep that's always there for you. You never have one you just, because they always say more than one waifu will ruin your waifu. So like, what's it for?
A lot of my old waifus, like back when I was like well, I say back when I was a teenager, like I'm only 19, but back when I was like in middle school, anyways, right? Like I know. Like my middle school waifus are completely different than my waifus now, right? Yeah. I remember I used to like Yoruichi a lot from Bleach. Man, I used to love Yoruichi. She was the girl.
Hey, she's still very tasty looking to this day.
Absolutely. One of my favorites for sure, but like I just my taste from back then is very different from now. Like I can't say I really held on to one character at a time. And like sometimes, like let's say like for example, let's say like in Blaze Blue, like I think S is really cute, yeah. But like her character is actually lame. Like she has no feelings. That's her gimmick.
Yeah.
No offense, but that's not very interesting.
Yeah, I get you. That's understandable.
I'm not really interested in that kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What about you, Lewis?
I'm not a waifu fag, but for the meme, Blake from...
Who?
Blake from Ruby.
Blake from Ruby? You into that? You into that furry life?
No, it's for the meme.
It's for the meme.
I stated that clearly. Let the records show it.
All right.
Blake is really cute, but the thing that bothers me with Blake is that she runs away a lot.
Yeah.
For a show that's all about fighting, she keeps talking and running away, and it's really bothersome.
Mm-hmm.
She's running away to her daddy.
Hey, her dad's actually fucking cool. If you ask me.
Her dad's like a fucking thought slayer.
Yeah. My guy's actually
I'm buddies with him. He likes me.
Good. He better like you. He's actually a cool dude. If you somehow get him to not like you, you did something wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With your wifey.
Alright. Honestly, I've never really been someone who's like really into the whole waifu thing, but when I think about it long and hard, I know, wrong words to use, but
Sailor. Is it one of the sailors?
no, it's not. It's actually my very first fighting game.
Bang.
Main.
Bang Shishigami.
No. Fuck that guy. Anyways, my very first fighting game main, which would be Yuri Sakazaki from the RFI series.
That's fair, yeah.
Like, she kind of fits like a lot of things that I tend to like in like a woman, because she's like, I love fucking cute girls. Like in general, I love when a girl's cute. So she's fucking adorable. She's like very strong. Like in like canon of the story, she's one of the much stronger fighters of like of all of like Southtown or whatever the current location is in the KOF/RFI storyline. She's like a major prodigy of the Kyokugen karate style. Even like her dad's saying, like, dude, if you just stop messing around just a little bit, you would be like the absolute best like Kyokugen fighter like ever that has come out from this style. Because like not only does she learn things really well, but she also evolves it much more than what her brother or her current like boyfriend is with Robert and Rio. Because like the rest Rio kind of like he's all like Rio is very, very traditional, which is good. You know, when you want to spread something, you know, keep the legacy going. But when you want to evolve it, then it's kind of like it's gonna stay the same way. And with Robert, he's kind of all like, hey, I'm more interested in like my company and, you know, a steady life. I guess you could say kind of like Ryu Ken in a way, almost exactly the same thing. But
yeah, I like Robert's like new design and
yeah, he always looks really good, but this current one's pretty nice too, very snazzy.
Absolutely.
Like. What's also nice is that he's actually like a cool ass dude. So it's like, even though I say, hey, she's my waifu, she technically has a canonical person with her, but it's not like some piece of shit. It's like, hey, this guy's actually a good fucking man, so it's good.
Robert, yeah, he's the man. He's awesome. Yeah, for sure.
That's good to hear. Now he looks like Robert Downey Jr., so that's cool.
Yeah.
So another thing that I liked about her is that like she loves to mess around and like troll people, but she knows when to actually be serious. But especially in like KOF 13 when they have like the character interaction, like pre-fight quotes in arcade modes. You see like some people she'd be like, hey, well, you know, start messing with them, and then some people like Hua Jia would say something really like whack, and she'd turn like serious mode and be like, dude, like seriously. Like it's current year and you're saying this kind of whack shit about women, for example. Like she'd say like some people would like say like, oh, this is feminism shit, but like she'd say something kind of like that. She'd be like, dude, it's the modern society. We're all on equal terms. Why are you saying this whack shit? And you see this like deadpan look on her face. It's like hilarious to me. So it's kind of cool. And then when it comes to like, I guess you could say like, you know, body style shit, she thick. I love thick.
Look at that booty!
That booty and those legs. Like you got this. It's like overall she's not too tall, but then like she makes up for it in more ways than one. And then you know there's the fact that like in nearly every game she's in, she's like A tier at the very least. For some reason, Capcom didn't get the memo when they put her in the games. Thank you, Capcom. I still love CVS 2, by the way. Please make CVS free. Alright, so that was question number 2. Alright, question number 3 comes from Anonymous, once again. These are all anonymous people. What's your favorite type of food?
Oh boy. This is a toughie.
Tuffy Buffy.
Well, like, I wouldn't be a thickie if I didn't like food, so I really like food.
Yeah.
This is tough. I mean, good answers. Like Mediterranean food is amazing, but like I grew up with that kind of food, so that's a little biased, right? Then you have like Asian cuisine, but then Asian cuisine gets like divided between Korean and Japanese and Thai, and they're all so good. Like picking just one is kind of unfair. Vietnamese, how to forget about that? Like they're so good. Like you can't just pick one. Fuck.
Yeah.
In Chinese.
Chinese, yeah. Oh god, what else is there? I really love their Italian. I like Italian, but it's not my favorite.
Anything with cheese.
No cheese and wheat culture?
Huh?
Nothing.
It's an old meme.
Old meme.
Damn. Not that old. Even though I'm old. My answer would have to be, given the fact that I haven't eaten anything in 3 days, any type of food is okay.
Am I allowed to give a tie? Like,
Yeah,
between
let's
two?
give it a
No,
try.
you're allowed to give a Chinese food.
That was like a Saito level pun. But yeah,
Point.
I'm gonna I love me some American steaks and all that junk. I love me some Mexican food, but for now, I am gonna have to say a tie between Mediterranean and Japanese.
That's a good answer.
Way too good. I love Korean, I love Thai, but I don't have them enough to make such a good decision on them. So yeah.
For me, I would have to say, I really do not know. I like a lot. Food is a whole field study. It's not something that you can boil down to a meal or two. But if I have to go with what I like eating the most out of anything,
Yeah.
I would have to say anything that has to do with fish and seafood, like caviar, anchovies, seafood in general. I love that stuff. But like, I also still love lasagna and pizza. I love Asian food of all kinds that I've tried. Yeah, it goes back to it's really hard to decide. So I just love food.
Yeah,
Anything
understandable.
that is edible.
Food is food.
Choice.
Food is food, and food is good. As for
good to
myself, what's the word for it? It's hard for me to go to I guess a definitive choice, but whenever I keep thinking about it, I guess I'd go with Vietnamese food, to be completely honest. Because
That's a good choice.
I really love pho. I really love summer rolls a lot. Like that's one of the things I like having every time. The way they make like seafood and beef stuff is what I like the most. That's one thing that I like though about from what I've went to a lot of like Vietnamese places is they emphasize on seafood and beef a lot more than most other like Asian / Oriental cuisine, which tends to have a lot of pork, which is as a fellow brown person, I'm not really about the pork life, not about that stuff. So
Hey, more pork for me.
yeah, fun at that one. But I'm not really about that stuff, so it's really great to see like pretty damn good food also use like beef a lot more chicken, a lot more fish, a lot more vegetables. That's something that I really like about Vietnamese food. And it's also relatively simple and easy to make as well, so it's like it comes down to all together. It makes it like an overall just great experience. Not to mention a lot of times it's also cheap, so if you go eat out at these kind of places, you're not gonna break the bank very hard, unlike a lot of our places.
That's true.
No. Our fourth question's a bit questionable, but an anonymous person asks, "Are you a virgin?"
Damn.
Alright, I'm gonna say this before anybody steals it. You should go ask your mom.
Oh!
Yeah,
XD. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's a good one. Honestly, who the fuck asks this question?
I'll give you a cool answer.
Alright.
Well, I'm not giving an answer. See, if someone says, calls me a virgin, I cry and
The angels descend
go on. No, I cry and go on our incel and share my feelings with my fellow incels.
Oh, shit.
No, but if someone asks you if you're a virgin and you are, just don't say I'm a virgin by choice, because everyone knows the choice isn't yours.
Yeah.
Brain cells?
Brain cells. Mm.
Curry cells.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
furry cells?
No, curry cells.
Curry
Apparently-
Isn't that kind of like an oxymoron? Don't like furries get with each other like the most out of any type of like geeky thing?
They do actually, but no, not furry cells. Curry cells.
Curry cells?
As in, yeah, man, we're brown, and that means.
Wow, that's even worse.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
That just makes no sense. They're like the biggest population in the world. How the hell do you end up being a fucking
It's
incel?
like thinking. I don't know, man. Like you'd think that someone would be mad at society for being racist against them for their skin color, not supporting and doing what these people are doing to the stereotypes. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Brown person, I'm Indian, I'm Middle Eastern, that means I'm inferior. Like, stop hurting yourself like that, man. No wonder you're a fucking virgin.
You just look at them, they're just looking around going, hey man, little fat motherfucker, little fat nigga fuck, or something like that, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. If you can make yourself the victim, then you don't have to worry about anything. There's no responsibility for you because you're the victim.
Yeah.
Man, you reminded me of that event. Gotta do that.
God. Alright. That's a pretty bad question, not gonna lie. Holy shit.
I don't know, a small part of
Person
me
who
wants...
asked that question, just because you're a virgin, will not make you any less of a virgin.
A lot of what you said got cut. What did you say again?
I said to the person who asked the question, just because you're a virgin, doesn't mean that asking others if they are makes you less of one. So
That is a good way to look at it. It's kind of weird. Like I want to answer this question like in a joking manner, but at the same time it's like I almost want to give them like the mix up and give them like a fucking heartfelt story. What do you guys think?
Say I fucking got laid, bro, and just call it a day.
no, I just say I'll ask your mom.
That's my
We just
bitch.
used that.
bitch.
That's the point.
Fuck you.
Love you too.
Oh.
See, when you stay over at Bram's house for more than one night, you'll never be a virgin.
Yeah.
I stayed there for 10
Yeah.
days.
Sorry, man.
It's okay. Yeah, it's long story short, easy way to put it this way. Mr. Anonymous, no I am not. Weirdly enough, the most freaking... I guess in some ways, one person could go, oh, that's kind of cool. Another person could look at it and say, wow, that's really fucking gay to say that. But yeah, I freaking got my V card punched in at a freaking convention. That's one way to put it.
Gay.
Oh, that's fucking.
Lit.
That's okay, actually.
Yeah.
Well, since you answered, the answer is I really don't know, because I hit my head a lot
What?
in my life.
What?
I've had so many head injuries, I don't remember anything in my life.
Okay.
Like, I don't remember if I got laid or not. I don't remember if I got raped as a kid or not.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. You can consider me an amnesiac. Like, I legit cannot remember anything about my life. Someone remembers.
Answering
So if a
for
girl comes up to me, if someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, remember that time you fucked me in the ass or some shit?" I might remember. Otherwise, I don't know.
seriously, then go ask your mom.
What a god.
I love the delivery of that.
Dude, Jesus, that laugh, man. Cracked me up.
Alright, one more to go, right?
Yeah, last one question. This one also comes from Anonymous. This person's asking, do you hate Arxis? They spelled it with a K, by the way.
Arxis.
Arxis.
Well,
Yeah, actually, I
the
kind
K
of do,
doesn't
dude,
exist.
bro.
Since Arxis with a K doesn't exist,
Let's see. I kind of do, man. Like, what they do to my boy Raven? What's going on?
Yeah. They
Okay,
completely
I don't hate them. Come on, no, I don't. But I think they're a pretty decent company. I think they could be better, but like, they're not inherently a bad company for sure. I think there are some times where I'm like, oh man, I think maybe they could have taken something out of SNK's playbook or something like that, right?
Mhm.
But with that being said, for the most part, I think they're a pretty good company. They get solid treatment. They put out solid stuff out, like good music, stories, gameplay. Like I don't really have anything bad to say about them. Like they could be better. Is my biggest complaint. But I can't say that they're genuinely a bad company. I don't hate them. I just, they could be better. That's all it is. Sometimes they do things that are like, huh? And you're like, I'm kind of disappointed because I expected more out of you because you've done better than that. But that's about it, really. It's nothing too bad.
and before Saito talks about the
What?
And before you talk about the DLC practice of Blaze Blue, because I know there's gonna be a rant incoming if
Not necessarily. And that's one thing that people that seem to like misconstrue about this. Hell, that's probably why this question came from in the first place. Is a lot of people out there have this weird notion where if you say anything, I guess, negative about something, that means you must hate it. There's no such thing as constructive criticism. There's no such thing, apparently in their eyes, there's no such thing as like wanting better for yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like expecting or wanting better for
I
yourself.
see what you mean.
Especially in like the reason why, for example, why I hark on things like the DLC practice shit like that is that it's a really, I know people say it's current year as like a bad way of like making your argument work, but in all honesty, yeah, it's fucking 2018. We're in an age now where video games can be like astronomically larger than we think they can be. Like the size limitations of what we can do technically doesn't have a limit anymore. You can have a game that's like 70 gigabytes or 100 gigs. No one's gonna say otherwise. Back in the day, you had a specific limit of how big your game could be or how much content you could put into it. So they did as much as they possibly could with the limitations they had. So when people, for example, when I guess you could say, Blaze Blue Cross Tag is one example, as a really easy example, is a game that is incorporating all these types of characters of different brands, and they cap it at 40. When there's a lot of characters out there that people really want to see, and they're all going to be left out. When I look at games like Tekken Tag Tournament 1, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Capcom vs. SNK 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the King of Fire series as a whole, even Dead or Alive 5 has every single character that's been available besides the Spartan. Every single character that was ever in the previous games has come back. List goes on. These other games gave us everything and then some. And they came out way before. And they were full price games, but they gave you everything and you got a complete package right off the bat. And then we have Blaze Blue Cross Tag coming out now, clearly rushed, and then it's sitting here going, hey, we're capping at 40. We're missing a bunch of characters that people really want to see. We're also making you get stressed as fuck all the time because we didn't even tell. We're capping. Not only are we capping at a certain number, we're trying to put this like fake, like forced hype, quote unquote hype, to make you think, oh, who's gonna get in? Who's gonna get in? When like we just wanted everyone. We don't, for a game like these, we don't care about the balance. We want just to have the characters that we like. That's why we didn't. That's why people weren't happy about Marvel Infinite when the game was technically half the size of Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3, and it was missing a lot of characters that were from the previous one, as well as inserting like one or two new people that like didn't really mean too much in the end. And it's missing the major thing. Everyone keeps saying, "Where's X-Men? Where's X-Men? Where's X-Men?" Now we got people saying, "Yo, where the fuck's Akihiko? Where the hell is this person from Under Night?" Or fucking the entirety of the BlazBlue roster, shit like that. So people are like, this is not good. We could have had, we should have had a game to have basically everyone. Maybe leave out like one or two characters that don't actually matter, or incorporate them into one thing. Like say, you don't need both Lambda and New, just have New, or you don't need I mean like shit like that. You don't need both Shadow Labras and Labras. Just have Labras. You don't need Sho and Minazuki. Just have one of them. You know what I mean? Like you don't need like little things like that.
That makes sense.
You can get away with little things like that.
I want to say like a big reason some characters might not be making it in is the way the game actually plays.
Yeah, and I get that.
Simplify it. The way like so some of like the assists and no cross up protection, all that junk as well. I think that might be it.
Yeah, but I mean like. In general, like if they could get it done, they should have gotten it done, and like that's why
I wish it was like 60 instead of 40. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Is we come from, at least for myself, I come from a day where we used to get like rosters that were that huge, right off the bat and things like that, and it's like, I feel like we should expect more. We should expect better than this. Because there's so many times where people kind of sit there and like we get shortchanged for a lot of things these days, not just fighting games, but in general for games as a whole. A lot of games nowadays come out with a lot less content than they should be. Where we'll get like say like an open world game where we get less in that type of game than we got back in the day, and on top of that, not only is it coming out, like. It's like technically the North American price is $60, but we're in Canada, so $90 for us. So you spend $90 on a game, and then on top of that, there's still another like $50 on top of that for a season pass. And even when you get all that content together, it's still less than what you used to get back in the day, back in like 2003 up till like 2008. We got less than what we got back then. But they will expect us to be all like, oh, but this stuff costs so much to make. And I'm like, nobody told you to make these games cost so much. Dude, if anything, game development costs a hell of a lot less.
You don't need to spend a lot of budget on a game.
Like,
you really don't need to work on every fucking being 4 fucking K. You don't need to add so many details. You literally, with shitty graphics, it's a fun game. And you don't need to spend a lot of resources or budget on graphics.
You underestimate the power of graphics.
Yeah, a lot of games.
Dude.
What?
The effect of graphics on like the general public.
Oh, no. I'm not saying make games with shit graphics. I mean, what I'm saying is like you look at.
I think some like there might be oversaturation with like the whole everything's got to be 4K, dude. Yeah, okay, I can agree with you on that, absolutely. But I do want to say like you have to you're underestimating how big of a deal graphics is to like the general.
No, I'm not. I know how big of a deal it is. You can make good graphics, and you can game without spending too much budget on making it too realistic.
The thing about a lot of these kind of games is the thing about making the graphics so good, things like that. The sad part about it, when you look at a lot of game development when people look at the game stuff for budgets, most of the budget is not going to things like the graphics like that. A large majority of these games' budgets is the marketing. The promotion.
Marketing, yeah.
It's way more on that. So like really, and that's the thing about it. In this day and age, game development is a hell of a lot cheaper than it's ever been. Way cheaper than it's ever been before. Especially when things like like asset stuff is available for people to buy and work around and tinker with things like that. Game development is super cheap these days. But they will use these excuses of, oh, it's so expensive, it's all this, it's all that, because they spend so much on the promotion and the marketing part.
Because DLC bullshit works anyway.
That's another thing I want to get into. Is that like people let this stuff go on for so long that it's kind of become like accepted, and I've said this quote before. I forget what it's from exactly. I've heard it before. I think it's from a BioWare game, but the quote was, "Apathy is death," and that's the thing.
Yeah.
When people just accept something, just apathetically accept something, and just let it go, and then they look at people who stand up and go, well, whatever, who cares? Nothing's gonna change. That's when things go down. That's when things go bad. People just kind of accept.
The worst part is that it comes to DLC. The game is complete with that material, so a lot of people are like, yeah, man, I gotta get me full experience. So, and when there's hype because of a lot of marketing budget, people are like, okay, yeah, this game looks cool, and I want to experience the whole thing. So they spend their money on the game with the DLC. Because why would you buy a half-complete game?
Yeah.
And essentially that's what incentivizes people to buy it, and what incentivizes the developers to keep doing the DLC practices, because it works. It works. It basically shows the player that, hey, here's things that you can have, but you can't have it if you just buy the game. You gotta buy this stuff as well.
Yeah.
And others are gonna have it because people are gonna buy it. So you don't want to miss out.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, though, about, especially if, like, back to this whole thing about Arxis, is that Blaze Blue Cross Tag is going to come out, and let's be real, a lot of people are going to pay for everything. That's the thing about it. A lot of people are going to pay for everything, and other companies out there, not just other companies that do fighting games, but in the overall grand scheme of things, they all watch each other. They watch what each other is doing, and they adapt from that, and then they see what can they get away with and what they can't get away with. So they'll keep pushing, the boundary a little more, until it breaks. Then they scale it back to something that was bad before, but in comparison to what they stretched it to, it looks like it's like angelic in comparison. Like, for example, like earlier, we had this whole debacle, like last year, the whole big debacle was everything to do with like loot boxes and things like that, you know what I mean? Because of Star Wars Battlefront and Overwatch and all these other games, you know what I mean? That was like the big thing. Microtransactions and loot boxes. And that blew up so bad that all the companies are like, okay, we're going to scale it back to something that to the previous thing we just did before, which was like the fee to pay microtransactions that are in games already, like where you bought a game for $90, but there's also like power boosts in the game that you can pay money for, and that becomes part of the ecosystem of it. That's what they're doing now, in comparison to before with the whole loot box thing, and that looks quote unquote amazing in comparison to the loot box thing. That's where I'm seeing right now it's going to happen with Blaze Blue Cross Tag, where car companies out there are going to see what that game did and go, hey, we can do the same thing too. And then they're going to keep pushing it a little bit further and a little bit further until the bubble pops, everybody gets fucking pissed, and then like if another debacle basically happens again, and then they scale back to something else that we used to do before. And instead of people just right now standing up and saying no, fucking no, and just keeping their ground and not breaking their like, their will, and just letting it fail immediately in its tracks before things get worse. That's the thing.
Before you look at, sorry to interrupt, before you look at video game platform, right?
All of that.
Like when you look at the platforms, in the old days, PlayStation 2 had the backwards compatibility for PlayStation 1.
Mm-hmm.
The 360 had compatibility for the Xbox, right?
Yeah.
And essentially, if you owned the Xbox or the PlayStation 1 and you had games on, and then you bought the new console, and it went up to 3, I believe, PlayStation 3. You could play the previous console games on them. Yeah. But then after a while, they stopped doing that backwards compatibility, and now, essentially, if you had a PS3 and you had all these games, well, you're gonna have to take care of your PS3 because it's gonna be out of production soon, because they're gonna be producing 3-4 different versions of the next console, and you're not gonna be able to play your games on the new console. So, like, essentially, it stopped being a thing for the consumer. It just became a product that the producers, the companies sell and just make money out of it. It's not about the producer trying to satisfy the consumer. It's become a kind of a monopoly kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, we already have the fan base that enjoys playing video games on our previous consoles, and now we can make the new consoles, and people are gonna buy them and play on them, right? Well, if you don't buy the PS4, well, stay with your PS3. Everyone's buying a PS4 now. You're gonna miss out. So essentially, the new console becomes kind of the same kind of deal as the DLC. You have to buy the new console to be able to keep up with games, right?
Yeah.
If you want to play the newer games, you have to buy the new console to do that. And then you buy the new console, and then a few months later they release a better version of it, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. So it incentivizes you to keep spending, to keep giving money to the companies. And like, let's be realistic. Sony could have spent a little bit more time on developing PS4 to be what the PS4 Pro is, but they didn't. They released the PS4, and then they made a bunch of new versions. I don't remember how many. I know there's the slim one, and then there's the Pro one now, right? And what is it? Just a hardware upgrade so that it can play 4K, even though the hardware for 4K has been around for ages. Mm-hmm. Like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 were on 720p, even though we had technology up to like 2K, you know? Mm-hmm. So, like, what I'm trying to say is, it's not just forms with the whole industry is fucked up.
I don't want to say we kind of derailed, but
yeah. I tried to keep it mostly like Arxis related, but yeah. But,
I don't want to say that, like, I think it could have been handled in a better way. But with that being said, I don't think the idea of like a cheaper game but with more content you have to pay for, I don't think that's really new by any stretch of the imagination. Really, like, I think other games have already been trying to do that. Like, this is just one take on it, and I'm sure there'll be a million takes. Some of them are going to be better, some of them are going to be worse. I think KI was a pretty good. I think Killer Instinct, that was a really good. Example. I think most games should follow.
Yeah.
But regarding the whole PlayStation thing, I just want to add before it gets too late, because it's pretty late here.
Yeah.
Like, even with your PC, you have to upgrade it at some point, don't you? And like, okay, hear me out. I love backwards compatibility, but wasn't that why the PS3 costed so much money back when it first came out?
That it was actually a large part, because it actually like straight up had the internals of the PS2 inside of the boards. If you actually ever looked at PS3 FATs, like some of the older models and then some of the newer ones before it turned to the Slim, you'd see that the newer FATs had like a big chunk in their board taken out, which was the
Missing, yeah.
That was the PS2 stuff. And that's when it got way cheaper.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, you know, I mean, like, there's probably a reason behind that. Like, what, is Sony incompetent? Because if they were, then everybody would have just bought a 360 at that point. Like,
I mean, mostly everyone did, honestly. PS3 was actually like a distant.
I want to say 360 definitely. Like, I'm a PS3 guy, but 360 definitely did pretty well for itself.
Yeah. It was second.
Not so much with the Xbox One.
Yeah. Like PS3 was a distant third place. 360 was second place, but the Wii like killed it that year, that generation.
Oh.
The Wii
I
like,
want to
completely
say
killed it. That's something a lot of people don't give credit to. A lot of people don't give credit that the fact that like the Wii did so well during that generation. And that's why Microsoft honestly got cocky when they did the Xbox One. And it's honestly the same thing with PS4 right now. Is that like they were on top, or they, at least in their eyes they were on top. So they did some whack shit, thinking like, hey, we're number one, quote unquote. We can do whatever we want. That's why I did originally those really bad like DRM things with the always online, and then that backfired really hard. So everybody picked everybody picked up a PS4 instead, and then everybody picked up a PS4 in response to that. And so the PS4 now is currently number one. And you notice how they're doing a lot of really wild shit for no reason. They're like, PS Plus is way more expensive than it needs to be, despite the service not being very good. And I mean, even Xbox Live Gold is fucking terrible, in my opinion. When I keep looking at what they offer, I'm like, this is not good. And when I remember having the original Xbox and this Xbox Live, and for the first few years I had Xbox Live Gold when the 360 came out, and the service was never good. And to this day, people are saying it's still really bad. So it baffles me that both of these companies were charging for online that isn't good, and the quote-unquote bonuses you get from them aren't that special to begin with either. It's very.
You gotta pray and hope that there's a good game. You gotta pray and hope, dude.
Yeah, like this year, like this month, we got one good game, which was Rayman Legends, and like I'm pretty sure everybody and their mom already owns this game, or found it in a bargain bin.
Pretty old game.
Huh?
Yeah, somebody's already played that stuff. Yeah, it's a game that people have already tried out. You know what I mean?
Like, well, I mean, to be completely honest, Beyond Two Souls is not good. Like that game is
on sale this month?
Huh?
It's a game on sale this month?
No, Beyond Two Souls is one of the PS Plus games.
I didn't like that game actually.
I didn't like it
I was
at all.
not a big fan. I didn't think it was that good.
And even then, the PS4 port is not good either. I installed it, and hell, my brother too. We both installed the game, and we actually had to delete the game and reinstall it twice because it would freeze up like crazy. It would freeze and crash often. So it's like, yeah, it's great. Then we were given a game that literally has a high probability. So far, currently in our testing, a 2 out of 3 chance of just not working. That's what we're paying our money for every year. And then there's all those really shit indie games that wouldn't even be a blip in the radar if they weren't on PS Plus. Like these are like bottom of the barrel indie games they throw it at us. Not even like good shit. Like, I remember when we had PS Plus on the PS3 days, which was an optional thing back then. We got a lot of great games back then. There was even times where a game would come out, like it would come out that day, and the PS Plus game for that month or week or whatever was that new game. Like I remember Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown when it came out for PS3, that was the PS Plus game of that month. Or when Double Dragon Neon came out, that was the PS Plus game of that month. And those games were quality, good as complete games. They gave them out technically, quote unquote, for free. And you got to keep them forever, as long as you kept Plus. You know what I mean? Like that's great right there. How come we don't get shit like that anymore? We hardly get stuff like that now. It happens once in a while.
If it's ever a good game, it's like one of those games that like you've probably already played before.
Yeah. It's very rare that it's something like
It's nice for people who missed out though, that's for sure. But like otherwise, yeah.
like there are a few times where we got something that's really nice. Like I was pretty happy when we got Transformers Devastation. To be completely honest, because like that was a good game, but I never wanted to buy it because it was too short to be like a full $60/$90 purchase. But getting it for PS Plus, hell yeah! And then I beat it, and it was great. And then, you know, it took a while for Platinums to make a good game again, but yeah. So, like, that was great. Anything else you guys want to say? Or
Not really.
I love everybody, but I want to go to bed.
Same. Yeah, I'm in that same boat. Alright, anybody got anything they want to, like, plug before we go into our closing statements?
Play BB Tag.
Oh yeah, play BB. Hey, don't buy it. Just play it. Just play it. Like get somebody else to buy it for you. Just play it.
Yeah, same.
Harass Arxis to make BB Tag.
Put the BB dub in Virtua Fighter.
What? The game already has, like, a dub, technically.
BB English dub, dude.
No.
Yeah.
We don't even have a PC version of Virtua Fighter 5. We can't even make mods.
How can that harass Sega for that then? That's my plug.
There you go. Everybody tweet at Sega right now. Tell them we want a PC version of Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. And then they're gonna take that seriously and then never actually make a Virtua Fighter 6 for another like 6 years. Like instead of us just all getting a brand new game, no, we want the previous one from 2011.
Eat it.
I love penis.
BitConnect.
BitConnect.
Oh my god.
I love BitConnect.
Me too.
I heard something else.
Yeah. Alright, as for myself, every now and then, once like here, I try to get on for some more streams. I'm thinking of I've been thinking of lately because like sometimes I'll have something I want to talk about, but I don't really have like the means to get everybody all gathered around to like do a podcast like this. So I've been thinking of actually doing things like kind of like I guess you could say like solo talk things here and there, or like I'll cover a topic and just kind of talk about it from like by myself. Good news for those who got sad when I said this before, but I might go back and pick up and resume work on that major Mega Man retrospective that I was working on before. So that's a thing that could happen in the future. Not making promises, but it could happen. Just saying, I may get determined to do that again. As for other things,
said the word.
Yeah. As for other things, make sure to follow us all on social media. We got myself at Determined Saito. How you guys spell your tags on Twitter?
I like not having followers on Twitter. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. In all honesty, yeah, follow Determined Saito. He posts a lot of hot takes, and those are good if you like Twitter. if you go on Twitter not for hot takes, then like I don't know what's up with you.
Hey, I also RT lots and lots of Karas and Mega Man.
Absolutely, look at that.
Very, very cute Karas.
I don't even know what I post on my Twitter, but you can.
You see, look at that adorable green and yellow striped fucking child on the left of the screen right here. I post lots of this child. Anyways, yeah. So follow us on social media because we will also be, at least for myself, I will be posting the stream links for when we all end up going to Toryuken in let me see, how many days is that now? 13 days? 14 days?
Toryuken, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so catch us at Toryuken. I will post up the stream links on there. You can watch us all get fucking murdered by people there.
Yourself, bitch.
You can watch us get
Got
murdered.
murdered by Toronto boys.
Yo, watch me get watch me like destroy people in games like fucking Sailor Moon and everything, and then just like last year, I get sent to losers bracket and get eliminated by Justin Wong, just like last year.
We just along with
No,
last.
that was actually the story of that was like the story of my life last year. I was like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember
I'm
that.
doing good, Justin Wong. I'm like, god damn it.
I'm sure he felt the same way, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure he felt the same way.
He's like, god damn it, this kid's still a thing. I met this kid back in like 2004, 2005 at a random Toronto arcade Pacific Mall, and this kid's still a thing.
That's when back when Justin was a thinny.
Yeah. He still had like the colored hair though. He like goes back and forth between colored hair and not colored hair.
Yeah, Tariqan is gonna be fun. Toronto's a cool city. Good event. It has a lot of fighting games. Good genre. You should play it. If you're listening to this, you probably play fighting games. But if you don't, you should play it.
Yeah.
Not much else I can say. That's my shill actually. Yeah, that's my shill. Play fighting games.
Fighting games are great.
Especially Flex. Play Flex. It's called Flex, dude. Flex.
Flex.
Okay, I actually want to go to sleep now.
Alright, y'all have a good night, everyone.
Good night. Alright,
Night.
peace out, dudes.
Bram, check messages. Damn it.
Alright.
I'm gonna go. Peace.